Hey, Patty. I'm good. How are you? Just gonna wait. I know I'm really early. I just want to get this. I have so much to talk about. No tarot today, just talk. Whew. I'll be going live later on, and I'll be doing a SuperFan tarot on Saturday. So I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to come into the room. Hey, Purple D. This is a SuperFan tarot only. I'm doing real talk today. I'll be doing SuperFan tarot on Saturday. Always doing research, non-stop reading, non-stop research. I want to talk about, I'm going to cover a lot of topics today, a lot of experiences. Information that I've received from clients. Ouija boards, saints and angels. I'll do a bit of Vedic astrology as well, but I will be going live later on, open live, and then I'll be doing a SuperFan live on is my tarot cards explanation still on YouTube? I've done 2. The rest is up to you. I taught you the major arcana cards. Don't know why strangers are trying to call me. No. I don't know. So what I do is I teach you the fundamentals of the tarot, what the major arcana cards represent, the minor arcana cards as well, what they mean, and it's up to you. I will never take it down. It's on there. It says teach tarot part 1, teach tarot part 2. Posted up on different days. So you will find it on my YouTube channel. Take notes, take whatever I have to teach you, then learn the rest. The rest is up to you. I had to learn tarot on my own. That's the best way to learn. But I will give you the depth of the breakdown, quick and easy. Yeah, it's always going to be, hi Chris, it's always going to be on my YouTube. I will never take it down. It will be on there forever and ever. There are 2 parts. I did the major arcana card part 1 and then the minor arcana cards part 2. And that will be on YouTube forever. I will never take it down. So they are up on there, yes. I want to cover a lot of topics today. I'm going to do some Vedic astrology. I want to talk about Ouija boards, angels, everything. Topics that I always talk about anyway, but just a couple of things that through my meditation was highlighted. Information that I get that's going on across the board to everyone. Levels of evolution, levels of spirituality, everything. I'm going to try and cover a lot of things today. Only my super fans are allowed in though. I have left it open so that people who want to learn can be a super fan. But if you're not a super fan, you're only going to be able to watch me for a few minutes and you'll get timed out. You'll only get a preview. There's no tarot today. It's talk, real talk. Real talk covers everything. Hey, Jess. There are people that will come in and have a quick preview, but you will be timed out. This is only for my super fans. There is no tarot today. It's real talk. I'll cover everything today. I'm going to cover the subjects today that have been given to me by my guides on what I need to talk about. And even though I might have talked about it before, I feel like some of you still have questions. I'll even talk about the illness and the ailments that you're going through. I don't know if Miss Lotus is going to show up today, but I noticed that in my previous lives, she kept on asking me a question about her ankles hurting. Her ankles are swelling. Marsha also messaged me. So if Marsha shows up today, I'd like to direct some of my conversation at both of them. Ailments, pain, physical ailments. It's something that I've always said throughout my lives over and over again, but it feels like no one's getting the message. Not everyone is getting the message. So this is on people who are not super fans are not going to be able to stay. I'm just going to wait for a few of my super fans to come in before I get started. I want to tell you what happened to me the other day as well. It was amazing. It was so amazing. So get your tea and get your coffee, and then I'll get on with the Vedic astrology, and then we'll go into the subjects, many subjects. And I want to know, like when I taught you guys how to do the tapping, how all of you are, because it's been amazing for me. The tapping that I taught you, it takes 10 minutes, which body parts to tap. The way that my body has aligned itself through meditation, through tapping, hey, beyond the veil, through tapping, through meditation, the feeling that I feel is so, it's like overwhelmingly beautiful. And it's rippling out into my household, which is because everybody in my household is starting to align to the same frequency as me. And it's amazing. It's actually amazing. So again, I'm just going to wait for a few more of my super fans to come into the room. I hope Mercy is in here and Miss Lotus, because they've been messaging me on my live tarot talking about their ailments. It's like all their ailments and their illnesses, they just claim it as like it's mine. I'm ill, I'm sick, and it's just like, I hope that what I say gets through somehow. And I hope that you have to understand, in order for healing to be done, you have to you are a big part in your healing process. And I feel like sometimes it's easy what I say. It's so easy to say it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the video that you shared with me. I've been so busy. There's a lot of people that message me on TikTok and on Instagram and share videos. Sometimes I don't have time to look at it, but I will have a look at it. I've got so many. Somebody else sent me something. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I haven't had the time. I haven't had time. Think about it. My inbox is extremely full with people tagging me, messaging me, and I can't get to look at all of them because I have clients that I have to read privately as well. And then I've got to try and get my workout in there. and then I got to try and get my meditation in there, and then it's just so much. Yeah, there was somebody else though, Ellie. It wasn't just you. There was another person that shared a video with me. I have many of my followers that share videos with me, and I love it. But I can't look at all of them because I'm so busy during the day. But I do have quite a few that I have to still open up and look at. But I will, and I really appreciate you guys sending it to me. Yeah, they DM me, they message me, they email me, everything. But I want to do Vedic astrology today, and I want to Vedic astrology. I've got to go back a little bit. I got this information on Monday, but I wasn't able to do it because I'm doing a lot of lives, open lives. There's just so many things. I know a lot of you are probably going through the same thing as me, like bills that are coming from, you didn't know that bill was there, you didn't know that this bill was there. Something has been like prices of rent or council tax has gone up, and it's like, I got to work now. It's like, I cannot just, I've got to just, I'm literally for the whole week, I think I've been on live nearly every day for a couple of hours because I need to make some money to pay all of these extra bills that are coming in. It's absolutely bonkers. So that's why but I'm still going to I'll do tarot live for my super fans on Saturday, specifically tarot. I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing because I know some of you need questions answered, but with superfan lives I'm able to answer your questions without doing the tarot as well. I did put this live open so people can have a few minutes of a preview just in case they want to join the open. This is only for my subscribers. For those of you who are previewing, this is only for my subscribers. But I did open so you guys can have previews. I did 10,000 steps before 10:30 a.m. I was on it like a machine. 10,000 steps. I'm already on. It's coming up to 2 o'clock, and I've already done 11,845 steps. At this point, I'm just absolutely going nuts. So this is real talk. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come into the room. I've logged on too early. I'm supposed to log in in 5 minutes. So I'm going to wait for everybody to come into the room before I get started. But I did log on early. I'm just so excited about information. I want to talk about Ouija boards. I want to talk about hauntings. There's 2 people that I'm hoping that will join my live who are my super fans, directly to Marsha and directly to Miss Lotus. They keep talking about health issues, any issues with their health, and I really I need to reaffirm the messages that I've been telling you already, because when every time I go on my Talk Live, I do my research, and then everything that I've learned I will talk to you about. But I also want that any questions that you have, I will cover all things today, all things, astral projection, Ouija boards, everything. Sorry for you guys who are just tuning in. You're only allowed to preview because you're not super fans. Only super fans will be able to watch this full live. I want to talk about other people's experiences from my clients as well. What clients have told me. Oh, the tapping effect, which is so amazing for me. I feel so zen. So zen. There was this thing, what is it called? I have to remember what it is called. I get it from Holland and Barrett. And it's a flower. It's like Rescue Remedy. Has anyone heard of Rescue Remedy? You can buy it in Holland and Barrett's. It's just like, it's made from a flower, and it's just a couple of drops, but you have to make sure you're not allergic to it. And I tell you, it's so good. It's so amazing. Anyone ever heard of it? Rescue Remedy. You can get it in Holland and Barrett's. Hey, Sano. Anyone ever heard of Rescue Remedy? So good. Don't take it though. You've got to make sure that you're not allergic to it. I will be doing an open live on TikTok at 7 p.m. I'll be on TikTok for a little while doing an open live because I've got so many bills that's come in. So what the fuck's going on? But then it's like we're in between two eclipses. So I'm going to do some Vedic astrology. And then after I'm done with the Vedic astrology, I'm going to go into Ouija boards, hauntings, spirits that are stuck, going into the fog, going into the ascension, the evolution, angels, guardian angels. I'm going to talk about all of it today. And I have to remember to come off before a certain time. So I will be back on here on TikTok. We'll open live. It's not just for my super fans, but I'll be back on here at 7 p.m. UK time to do an open live. I'll be on here doing an open live for maybe 2 hours, and then I'll go right back to Instagram. My link to my Instagram is on the main page of my TikTok because I want to start building up my platform on Instagram, which is what my guides has told me to do. So I hope the reception is good. I hope everyone can hear and see me well. I said I was coming on at 2. It's going to be 2 in 1 minute. So I did come on early. So for those of you who logged in early with me, like Patty, go and make some teas and coffees. Wherever you are, nighttime, daytime, make teas, coffees, relax, because get a pen and paper if you want. I will try to post up this live on my YouTube so you guys can have this information if you need to remember it. Now I'm supposed to be logging on, so I logged on way too early. I'm just so excited about the topic. Oh, and I am going to do like Vedic astrology, like I was saying. And I have been saying while I've been doing my open lives that we are in between two eclipses. And eclipses represent big ticket item changes, big changes. So I've been, my sister-in-law, I would call her Heidi from the mountains. I have two. So my sister-in-law, hey Tracker. So my sister-in-law, I call her Heidi from the mountains. Hi Sag Ferry. And she's definitely a witch. She's a white witch. She'll never think that she is. She's a church goer. She goes to church every day. Even if she's going to work, she'll make some time to go to the church, love and respect her. But she's literally Heidi from the mountains. Whereas people here in the world, they got a headache, they'll go and pop their paracetamol or they'll take their little painkiller, where she would be like, okay, you need to take some herbs and spices. That's the kind of energy that she is. Or if you need to relax, you need to take Rescue Remedy. It's made of herbs and spices. It's made of a flower. You know, she goes down that route. And I love that because I like to go down all routes. I'm a Capricorn, so all routes are for me. Who the hell is that? Sorry. Just some guy with muscles. I need a man to ride. I need a man to be my man. Oh, God. Love Usher. I think we've got, like 15 people in here. I'm not sure if they're all my super fans. I'm just waiting for you lot to come in. I logged on a bit too early. I really want to get a new car, guys, but on the street that I live in, I've been really lucky. Well, have I? I've lived here for 8 years. My car's got broken into 4 times. Apparently there's a new thing now where they're not going to just break into your car. They're actually taking the logo. So, you know, like the BMW sign in front of your car or the Mercedes sign, or what the fuck's that about? But it's like they're going into some whole new bullshit of thievery. It's just really weird. And I think I told you about how powerful the archangels are. I don't know if I told you the story where my door was left open all day and all night long and nothing was missing. Did I tell you that story? I think I might have. Maybe a while back. Let me just give it another, because I logged on early, I'll just give it another 5 minutes, guys, before I start doing the Vedic astrology and before I start talking about Ouija boards, hauntings, archangels, your specific guardian angels, the choices that you make, which makes your guardian angels step back. It's just really intense, this talk. And this is all information that I have gathered, all the research that I have done, the experiences that I've had, clients' stories that have given me permission to talk about it. So many things to cover today. I did, like I said, log on a bit too early. So I'm going to wait another 5 minutes before I get everybody, all my super fans. So for everyone who's not a super fan, you will get timed out. You're only allowed to preview it. Hey, Nicole. I hope Marsha comes in today, and I hope Miss Lotus comes in today. Good day, darling. How are you? Hi, Saj Fairy. I don't think you heard me say hello earlier. My internet is fine, by the way, so if everybody's keeps going out and coming in, it's nothing to do with my internet. I'm on the green. You're at an iron infusion. Oh, God. Like my bestie. She collapsed because there was one time I was doing a live and she came in like at the end of my live. Really beautiful girl. She fainted twice because she had no iron. Low on iron. I take my iron tablets every day. It's like 20 milligrams, but I take like, I think it's 20 mg. Hey, Gemma. And I take it every day without fail. And I think there's only girls up in here, so I'm going to just talk to the girlies on here. If there are any men in here, sorry. But my period, my red dragon as of now, have been extremely heavy. I'm talking about clots like I've never ever seen before. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And then I realized that I could potentially be anemic, which makes me connected to the fairy realm. And I was like, okay, lack of iron. And that's what I've been doing. So I've been taking my iron tablets. And hopefully on my next cycle, it will feel less extreme, like death is upon me. It's so intense. Hi, I logged on too early, guys. Miss Lotus, there you are. I was just talking about you. Yeah, like the clots are just absolutely mental. It's like, what the fuck? I think at one point my daughter was walking past me and she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, I know. Hi, Miss Lotus. I was just talking about you. I was saying I hope I see Miss Lotus in here because she was moaning about her feet on my live. And then I hope Marsha comes in as well because I need to talk to Marsha and Miss Lotus about health issues and all of that stuff. I'm just waiting for more people to come into the room. I did log on earlier, so I'm too early, so I'm going to just give it a minute so I can give everyone a chance to get into the room before I start Vedic astrology, talk about health issues, talk about Ouija boards, talk about hauntings, talk about spirits, you know, the whole thing that we're talking about, what we talk about all the time. I want to tell you about one astral projection. I actually painted it. That happened to me. I might have spoken about it before, but it must have been quite a while back. Hey, Fab. I don't need tarot to answer your question. I will be doing SuperFan tarot on Saturday, and I'll tell you what time. I've got a couple of clients on Saturday, but once my clients are done, if I've got a space in between, I will do SuperFan tarot on Saturday. How is your feet, Miss Lotus? Yes, my ankle is not healing fast after seeing doctor twice. Thanks. Which ankle is it? So your left? Which ankle is it? Right? Oh, you're worrying about something from the future. You're stuck in the present moment. You're stuck in something. Because right is moving forward. You can't move so forward. So all the energy is trapped in that right part of your ankle. The feet represents walking and movement. And right always represents the future and left always represents the past. So you're afraid of something. You're afraid to move forward to some degree. You're afraid to move forward alone. But we'll talk all about that in a second. Just going to wait for a few more people to come into the room. I also wanted to... Welcome, Ice Cream Van. Me and my family welcome you once again. You're right on time. Every time I go live with you lot, it's like a fucking sign. Every time I go, maybe it's a sign to be childlike, have some fun, don't take life so seriously, let your hair down. Every time, like clockwork, the bloody ice cream van shows up. Isn't it weird? Danny and me like eating ice cream. Maybe the ice cream van coming all this time, Miss Lotus, was for you. When's the last time you laughed so hard? When's the last time you genuinely laughed like a kid and had some fun? When Danny was alive, and you can't even look at another ice cream because it reminds me of the good times that I had with Danny, and I can't have an ice cream anymore because it reminds me of Danny, and Danny's like, go eat an ice cream, love. Have some fun. Be fun. Maybe all this time you need to eat ice cream and think of him and think of the good times and laugh at the good times. Think about all the things that you joked about when you were eating ice cream together. That's what you need to do. Maybe the ice cream man was for you, sweetheart. Maybe now from going forward, if you can start to have a bit of fun and eat more ice cream and have some fun and let your hair down, your ankle will start to go down and we'll never hear that ice cream van ever again now that you got your message from Danny. Maybe Danny's been trying to show you signs on adverts, billboards, people speaking, and you are just not seeing it. You're just not seeing it. Hey, Jesse. Today I'm doing talk. I will be going live for my super fans on Saturday, doing tarot only. Mm. You know, I am so grateful for the cool weather because this heat was driving me absolutely bonkers. You see, I was a witch in a past life. I probably still am now, but back in the day as a witch. Marsha! I was like, I hope Marsha and Miss Lotus comes in and you're here. Thank God. I'm going to talk about Marsha and I'm going to talk about Miss Lotus today. Yes, you lots. I'm talking about you two. There's Marsha, all eyes on her. And then I'm going to talk about Miss Lotus, all eyes on you as well. Whenever I think of him, my favorite song comes on. I Am Right Here Waiting for You by... Oh my God! That's my song. Right here waiting for you. Oh my God. Oceans apart, day after day. I love that song. That's my song. That's on my playlist. So he's blatantly giving you signs. It's not like it's my dad does that because my dad was a DJ. So every time I think about my dad, music, I associate music with my father. There's always like a Billy Ocean song that comes on in the background or a Lionel Richie song, you know. And I'm like, Pa, I know that's you trying to get my attention. And I know it's you, Pa. I know you have. How do I flip the script? Why do they always change TikTok? Is it that one? That's mine. Let me see if I can get rid of the eyelashes. That's my dad. And that's me. How handsome is he in a yacht? Isn't my dad hot? Look at him. That is one handsome guy right there. That is me. You know that. That's my little brother. That's my big sister and my big brother. And that's the queen. And that's the queen. And that's my mama. Yeah, he's so hot. My dad is gorgeous. Mum has good taste. I think he was like 20... I think he was 19 and my mum was 30 something. Ooh, you little player. Ooh, Mum, you little player, Mum. She likes him young, didn't she? I only know this because when I was on, I saw my birth certificate and, no, not my birth certificate. I saw my medical records and then it said Mother Philippines, 37, father, Brazilian, 22. I was like, ew. It was crazy. And it's funny because I was in that kind of a connection as well. It's the weirdest thing. I was 37. He was 22. He told me he was 28. You know the story. Anything to get in my knickers, eh? Maybe he knew that if I knew he was 22, I would have been like, hell to the motherfucking no. And he looks like he's 28, so I went right in there. Dive right in, man. Right in there for 5 years. Right in. Dived in. Right in there. All right. I'm hoping most of my super fans are in here. We're going to talk about everything. Only super fans. Hey, Gia. I've got to wait still. Hey, Gia. I am going to be doing an open live tarot today on TikTok at 7 p.m. UK time. I'll be on there for about 2 hours and a half, and then I'm going to go onto Instagram for 1 hour, just in case there's too many people on TikTok. and I don't get to everybody. For my super fans, it's really busy on an open live, so sometimes I don't get to everybody. This is why I'm like going back to the old ways. I'll do real talk one day, and then another day is going to be tarot for my super fans only. I'm going to go back to the old ways, but I might be even answering your questions here on Real Talk. So I did want to focus on Marsha and Ms. Lotus today. Not just you guys, but I'm going to direct all of my frustration on you two. Okay? So I'm really upset with you two at the minute. With everything that you've been fucking telling me about health issues. I'm getting really upset. So I'm going to just like have a go at you two later on. But I still love you. But I'm still going to be the one to have a go at you. There's nothing you can do about it. And I will be going into Vedic astrology. I did the Vedic. She's like, oh gosh. She's like, oh gosh. Yeah, Marsha. And Miss Lotus is like, thank you. Miss Lotus is like, thank you. Right. This is only for my... Yes, I need to hear this. This is only for my super fans. I did allow previews just in case somebody's interested in wanting to learn about Ouija boards, spiritualities, hauntings. I want to talk about stories, and I want to talk about all of the... you can ask me questions as well. Anything that you need answering, I'm going to do to the best of my abilities, answer it for you. I did do a lot of research over the years. It did help that I died and came back. So I'm able to... Any questions that you have, I should free flow be able to answer it without having to think about it. My channel is open, so my guides are with me. So information that is coming in right now, if you have a question, will be coming from the guides. My energy is open for my guides to come through. My mum, my dad, my bestie, who's crossed over, my channel is open. Every time I do any sort of open lives, I always make sure that I'm open. The PET CT came back negative. Just the breast cancer is there, but really small, which is great. No, the breast cancer is not there. And if it's small, you can squeeze it to dissipate and disappear. You have the power. I want to talk about your body and how amazing it is, and how it's better than any medication that your doctors can give you. It is the most divine thing ever created in this world, is your physical body, and that your body is already a chemist. Your body's already the medicine, and that your body is already healing itself. You just have to focus not on the problem. Don't call it in. Hey, Reno, Irene, we have doctors in our blood vessels, in our DNA cells. We have nurses and healing energy in our blood cells, in our vessels, in the molecules and the meridian lines that run through our body, in the white blood cells, in the red blood cells. We have healing doctors and nurses in our fingertips. We have all the things. We can look outside ourselves and get medication to heal ourselves. Go ahead. That's only going to put a coat over the problem anyway. But the way that God Source has created us was to heal from all and any ailments that befall us. So we have the capability. We are a walking pharmacist. We are a walking, waking pharmacy. Can we have things outside of us to help speed up the process of healing? 1,000%. Like herbs and spices, 1,000%. Certain vitamins, certain foods that we eat, 1,000%. We have all capabilities of healing ourselves. Our body is a walking pharmacist. Look at that. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you. Thank you for that, Gemma. Don't just look at one version of healing yourself, which is, oh, I'm ill, so I have to go to the doctors. That's everybody's answer, isn't it? Everybody's answer is, oh my God, I think I feel a lump on my breast. Oh my God, I feel like I'm something wrong with my kidneys. And the first thing that they do is the doctors is the one that's going to help you and save your life. You are a walking doctor. You are a walking pharmacist. You have all the medicines inside of you to heal the body. That's how God created it. You can slice yourself open to the deepest part of your physical body and still stitch itself up. So I'm just wanting to let you guys know that. So I'm going to get started now. It's already 2:23. So I've given enough of my super fans to come in. I think I need to go for a wee. And then I'll come in and start doing the Vedic astrology. And then we're going to talk about Ouija boards. And then somewhere in between, I'm going to have a go at Marsha and Miss Lotus. And then I'll carry on about the live. So just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, let's get started on the Vedic astrology, shall we? So again, for those of you who's coming into the room and you're not a super fan, you will be timed out. This is for my super fans only. So you'll have a preview. If you're interested to know about Ouija boards, hauntings, healing of the physical body, archangels and angels, this is the show to be on. How would I know? Because I died when I came back. I don't know what other proof to give you that I died except for showing you a big fat scar on my chest. That's the 4th one, by the way. Right. So before I get started, I want to say a big thank you to Kellee White. She is an amazing astrologer. I'll do astrology for myself. I'll look at all these different astrologers, Vedic astrology, Western astrology, and Kelly's always summing up what I want to tell everybody. So Kellee White, love and appreciate you. She's actually an astrologer, a psychotherapist. She's a therapist as well. She's just amazing. I just love her. You can go and check her out on YouTube. Her book is somewhere up there. Where is it? Cracked Open. There it is. Cracked Open. Amazon, Cracked Open, Kellee White. Love her. I love her. I love her to bits. Right. Let's do this. I do love doing Western astrology, but I feel like Vedic astrology is always, I don't know, it's like it's right. It's what I'm going through in this moment in time. I have to go back a little ways because we had a lunar eclipse. We had the first eclipse on the 12th, and I want to go back later, a little bit back, further back, just a little bit, so you guys know what the hell's going on energetically. Because if anybody's been feeling how I've been feeling, I had in between these eclipses, I have been feeling. Hey, Steph, in between these eclipses, I have been uplifted. I have been positive. I have been like I wanted to jump off a cliff. I had been feeling dizzy spells. I'm literally in my garden, grounding my energy to Mother Earth. On my way back to the kitchen, I have to hold on to the wall because my whole planet is spinning. This energy is so out of whack. I was just like, the fuck's going on here? So when I was doing the Vedic astrology, comparing my astrology to Kelly's, I was like, yeah, this is madness. So in Vedic astrology, because I love Vedic astrology, Western I like, it's cool, but with Vedic astrology, the planets are exact. I talk about where the planets are exact to a certain degree and what emotions are attached to those planets that are in our energy. What's the oh my god? What's the oh my god, Miss Lotus? You been feeling that too? Up and down, happy and sad, emotional crying, dizzy spells, walking, and all of a sudden my body's whole turning to the side because it's like everything is just turning and turning and spinning around like Kylie Minogue. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just what the fuck's going on here. So that's what's been going on with me personally. Oh, and not to mention, about 2 days ago, I saw Tinkerbell fly in my living room from outside the window. I'll talk about that in a minute. And frustrated. This is the eclipse. So we are in eclipse season. It started on the 12th of August. We had an eclipse, and there's going to be another one. Get your calendars out and write this. On the 28th of August. So on the 12th of August, there was a new moon total solar eclipse in Cancerian energy. So when you've got a total, when you've got a new moon total solar eclipse in Cancerian, new moon is about new opportunities, new energy. Cancerian energy is very emotional, the mother of the zodiac sign, very caring, nurturing. Cancer is about the home. That is the energy of the Cancerian. And we are on the threshold of like, everything is to do with the self. Because with the eclipses, it takes us from the road that we're on, and it will move us to a new road when we have the eclipse. When you have that new moon in Cancer, this eclipse is going to take us from the road that we're on to a new road. And that's the reason why you would feel like everything is topsy-turvy. I want to talk about, oh, hell no. Hate flies. Sorry, hold on a second. I can see one trying to creep in, man. Get away, you little shit. Sorry. Those of you who've been following me for years will see me with my slipper running around the living room trying to get this fucking fly. Hate flies. I mean, no one loves flies, but I fucking hate them. I'm literally the fly catcher. Anyway, so when we've got the eclipse, right? So when we've got the new moon eclipse, total solar eclipse in Cancerian, we're on the threshold of every like energy of self. This eclipse is going to take us from the road that we're on and move us into a new road, like I was saying earlier. And that's what we've come here on earth to do, to experience. You know, a lot of people who cross over on the other side, when I do a private reading and I'm connecting to a mother, a father, or a child that has lost, we come here to have the harshest of experiences, the losses, the illnesses, the drama, the bad parents, think about the worst case scenario you could have experienced in somebody's life. I mean, I've had clients that were molested as children by their parents, or abusive alcoholic family parents, and abused by uncle. I've had it all. I've had them all in my readings, and they end up being somebody that is an advocate to help others that they've been got. So everything that you go through is not for nothing. It's all for something. Those of you who've had big ticket items like Yvette, where she had a twin and her twin died and she witnessed, I think, the murder of her, just like so much sadness brought upon somebody in their life, thinking they're walking around with bad luck. But the truth of it is that you've signed this contract. Your soul was so powerful that you wanted to experience these harsh things in this physical world, this dense and physical reality, that we wanted to evolve so badly through these hard ticket items of experiences, which is how we grow and evolve anyway. Why do we come into Earth? What the hell are we doing here? Everybody says, what am I here to do? You signed a contract. You wanted to experience life. You don't have to worry about anything. We're in a simulation. This is the Matrix. This is your avatar. Your soul is in the avatar having the human experience, and then we leave it. It's as simple as that, really. Hi, Serenity Rose. So when we are in the eclipse season and we're in between the two eclipse season and we just happen to have the new moon total solar eclipse in Cancerian, now I understood why I was feeling so emotional, why I was up and down, where one minute I was giving great advice and I was like, oh my God, guys, all you got to do is meditate and get in there and do your tapping. And then the next day I was like, I want to die. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. I don't want to be here. Why am I here? And my daughter's looking at me going, oh God, here we go again. So it's like, it's you're supposed to have these emotions and you're supposed to have these feelings. It's okay. You're meant to have these emotions and you're meant to have these feelings. That's the part of the human experience, because we're all going to die anyway. Now, what I've heard from souls on the other side, when I connect to them, like say, for example, I'm doing a reading for somebody and their father comes in and their father goes, my God, I didn't realize how quick he would have died at like 95, 96 years old. This is a good lifespan, yeah? And he would say something like, my God, I didn't realize that the 95 years was going to go by in the blink of an eye. I mean, we can all look at life now, right? Do you remember when I know what I looked like when I was 19. I remember the emotions that I was feeling when I was 19. I remember the experiences that I had when I was 19. And it feels like it was yesterday. So why am I 45, white hair? Why is my daughter already 23? Why is my mum dead? Why is my father dead? Why is everything happening so fast? Because life is so fast. And the souls on the other side will say, we didn't realize how quickly life on Earth is just the blink of an eye. It's too fast. So you have to feel all of those feelings. You're allowed to feel it. But it's about not staying in those energies, dealing with those emotions, dealing with those feelings and not suppressing it. So me going, I don't want to be here like a week ago, and then coming on my live going, hi guys, how's everyone doing? Talking to my bestie going, I don't want to be here. And then she's like, are you all right, babe? And I'm like, I'm so sorry about that. I was just having a moment. I just needed to get it out and I feel great. It's all right. There's no mistakes. No, I was calling my best friend and I'm like her advisor. I'm her spiritual advisor. She'll come to me, and it's like she's looking at her spiritual advisor and I'm there going, I don't want to be here. I miss my mom and I miss my dad. And I don't know what my purpose is in life, even though I fucking do. And then she calls me the next going, hi, Manang, are you all right? Manang is like big sister in Filipino. And she's like, are you all right, Manang? And I'm like, I'm really embarrassed. I'm really sorry about what I did. I'm okay now. It was just one of them things that I just had to go through. I just need to get it out. And she was like, because she looks up to me. And then I had a fucking mental breakdown. And I'm allowed to have a mental breakdown because it's a part of the physical experience. It's a part of the human experience, yeah? We don't take this shit with us when we die. So let's experience the whole fucking thing, yeah? So when we're going in when we're in between two eclipses and it's in Cancerian, no wonder I had dizzy spells and no wonder I was freaking out. Because I'm supposed to. You're supposed to have these emotions, these feelings. Okay, guys, have a fucking breakdown. Just don't live in it. And that's why we've come to Earth. So we don't get stagnant. Sometimes, in order for us to get out of our stagnant energy, something bad has to happen. It has to shake us to wake us up. and then we'll be on the path that we're supposed to be on. I never say you're on the wrong path anyway, but it's like sometimes we're on a path, we turn right and we're there for too long. The universe is going, okay, you need to go back into your path. You've been on this lesson for a while. You learned the lesson. Now you got to go back into the tower moment. Exactly. And now you got to get back on what you were set out to do, what your soul was here to do. So you're allowed to go left and right on your path, but sometimes we stay on that path way too long. And sometimes we need a slap in the face. It's like, okay, you've been in this shitty relationship for about 5 years now. It's time to get the fuck out of here. So we're going to make you uncomfortable. And then we leave the relationship and we're like, oh my God, he doesn't love me anymore. Or maybe it's me. And it's like, no, idiot. It's because you weren't meant to be with anymore because you got shit to do. And if you're staying on that path, you're going to it's going to take you longer to fulfill your life's mission because you're on that road which you're not supposed to be. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a man. Sometimes it's going to be like, why is my healing is deteriorating? And the universe is going, because you ain't fucking learned the lesson. That's why you got the bad ankle, Miss Lotus. And then why am I not healing? Why is my blood levels, what is it, Marsha? Let's have a go at her really quickly. What the fuck note did I have with Marsha? Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, defibrillator, blood tests out of range. I have to write that down just so I can cuss you out, Marsha. I wonder how it got to that. I wonder. Hi, Monica. I wonder how it got to that. I wonder. Yeah, you slap that head of yours so I don't have to do it. So anyway, right, going back. Hey, Monica. So going back, for Monica who just showed up into the room, we are in between two eclipses. New moon, total solar eclipse in Cancerian. This is why everybody's going through those motions. Last week, I thought I was going to jump off a cliff and I didn't want to be here. Okay. And then a couple of hours later, I was having fun and dancing in the living room. And my friends thought I was crazy. But it's okay. We're allowed to feel those feelings. Like I said, we're human. We're meant to have these human experiences. And we're meant to purge all this shit out of our body. It's good. 2,735. Is that how high your blood levels are? Go and get yourself a red crystal. You can get red like a red selenite, a red crystal, dragon blood crystals, and just wear it on your persons. Just have it around your neck. It will stabilize the blood. Do you remember I said that to you? We talked about crystals a couple of weeks ago when I was doing a SuperFan live. And I said, if you guys have got blood problems, to get like a dragon blood crystal, red crystals associated to the blood. It could align your blood energy. You don't have to believe in it. Just wear it and let it do its job. What do you have to lose by wearing a red piece of jewelry or having red crystals in your bra or on your persons or next to your skin? I mean, what do you have to lose? Do you have that, Marsha? Okay, then I've taken note. Good. Anyone who's got issues with high blood pressure, blood being too high or out of range, too high, get yourself red crystals. You can go on Google and say what crystals are good for blood, and it will tell you things like give me 1 second. Bloodstone, hematite, red agate, garnet. Meditation is also good. So this is what I'm saying. Everything that you need for the blood, red crystals, red jasper, could be heart failure, but I'm not claiming it. Well, why are you talking about it? And you've got a defibrillator, defibrillator. What is it called? Defibrillator. You know what I'm talking about. Those are the ones where, is it a box that's in your chest, and if your heart stops, it goes zzz, and then it kind of brings you back to life. Defibrillator. Defibrillator. That one. Is it one of them boxes that you put in your chest, yeah? And then if your heart stops, then it will spark up your heart to have a heartbeat. Is that what that is? Because that's what I was, yeah, that's exactly what it does. So that's what I was offered. And I said, hell to the motherfucking no. Do the 9-hour open heart surgery. I was like, that's exactly what they offered me. So, Anna, these are your options. We can do a 9-hour open heart surgery and get it all, like, you know, fixed in and sort your tubes out. Or we can put a defibrillator in there. And I was like, okay, what's the defibrillator? And then they said, well, you know, if your heart stops, basically it will shock you. And I go, and what are the cons to having this? And they said, you know, the battery could die, or you could get an infection. I was like, oh, fuck that. I'd rather die on the table, you trying to fix my heart, and I don't want to have some box inside my chest, but each to their own. But all you have to do, sweetheart, is if your blood levels are out of whack, get some blood crystals. Yeah, get some crystals that are red. Like I said, red jasper. You can get obsidian. There's dragon blood, bloodstone, and have it on your persons. As long as it's next to your skin, it will do its job without you needing to do anything. The bloodstone is great. I that's good for like high blood pressure. And why are people calling me? I don't know you. I'm not going to pick up the phone, love. So again, red crystals are good for blood, for the blood. Bearing in mind that none of this is going to work if you believe, I'm going on Amazon after this live, thank you. Yeah, just get red crystals. They will help you. Let's see if I've got a bloodstone somewhere here. I had a massive one and I gave it to my bestie. This is one of my bloodstone crystals. I always have like a mix of crystals on me. Red crystals that are good for the blood. Have it on your persons, have it in your bra. You have nothing to lose, more to gain. By your bedside. Get one of those bottles. Have you seen one of those bottles with the crystal in it? Has any of you lot seen the bottles with crystals in it? Look, has any of you seen these? Bottles with crystals in it. Purifies the water. And it, depending on what you want to cleanse or clear out, this is what you do. Set the intentions. Look at that. Purple D. These are bottles with crystals inside of it. You put your crystals, you put your water here, set your intentions, and you drink it. The crystals in these bottles purify the water. Now you know. You heard it from here. Yes, like how good is that? Look at that. How good is that? Look at that. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. Look, lapis lazuli in one. How amazing is that? Set your intentions when you get your water bottle. Look at that. Look at all of these options that you can get. It will purify your water. Do the healing that you need. You don't have to do jack. All you got to do is set your intentions. How good is that? Clear quartz crystal. Great one to have. And the reason why is because clear quartz crystal, white holds all the colors and the spectrum of the all the colors of the rainbow in white, in crystal energy. So remember, when you look at a crystal, if you put it in the sunlight, you can see like rainbows, right? So what I'm saying is, these are things that can help heal you. You don't even have to do a thing. You don't even have to believe in it. All you have to do is just use it. Just use it, set your intention, and believe me, it's going to do more for you than you could even bloody imagine. And I will never promote any of these things unless I don't. I actually clear my crystals in salt, pink Himalayan salt, and because there are tumbled crystals, and the tumbled crystals has smooth surfaces, and then there is rough crystals. There are the rough crystals, if I can find one, which is a little bit more like rough in texture. I don't put those in I only put the tumbled crystals in my water. I set the intention, I put love and energy into it, I put it in my left hand, and I set the intention of this crystal of what it needs to do, put it in the water, leave it there for overnight, and then I drink it. And as I'm drinking it, it is the master healer is the clear quartz crystal, because it has all the spectrums of the rainbow. So back to the Vedic astrology, guys. Okay, let's go back to the Vedic astrology. So when there are energies that come about, like us being in between the two eclipses, it is supposed to feel like a stagnant energy, but then it's also supposed to create certain events to happen in our lives so that we can move past the current situation that we're in. So the eclipses are going to help us. It will help us change. We are in a 16-day portal that will, from the 12th to the 28th, that will unlock and transform our emotions and the sphere that we're in, not only in our own personal lives, but also in and around in the public. Because of the sphere that we're in between the two eclipses, the energy is so palpable that we're all feeling it in some way, which way or another. For some of us, it could be anxiety. For some of us, it could be sleepless nights, physical, actual health problems. And it's because these are things that are now surfacing to the top that needs to be expelled from the physical body, the mind and the soul, because the universe with the solar eclipses are supposed to set us on a new path. That's why we have eclipse season, because the eclipse season is, and I don't give a fuck what you're feeling, and I don't give a fuck what you're going through. You need to be on your path. So what I'm going to do is make you feel so fucking uncomfortable. I'm going to make you ill so you can get to the crux of it all. Crystals will help you. My whole house is crystallized. My whole house is crystallized. I stick crystals on my walls, circle crystals, because circles brings the flow of energy. These are all different crystals, which is all associated to something, healing, the chakra crystals, all different colors. I have crystals in my pot over there. Can you see where my flower, my snake plant is? There's crystals in the pot over there. I have crystals up here. You can see my crystal ball. I've got all my crystals here, one here. I've got all my ruined crystals up there, which is rose quartz of love. I've got crystals I've got my wand crystal up there. I've got my crystals here, which attract money. I've got crystals on here next to my mum's picture. I'm a crystal crazy person, and I will never promote crystals. And you know what? You don't even have to believe in crystals. Isn't it beautiful to look at, though? Isn't crystals beautiful to look at? You don't have to believe in the crystals for it to work. Just have it in your persons, have it in your house, have it in your home anyway. Because whether you believe in this crystal or not, it's still going to do its job. Excuse me. Please don't leave somebody else's. Hold on a second. Don't leave somebody's delivery on my side. Hold on a second, babe. Hold on, guys. I don't know. Their side on my side. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It doesn't matter to me whether you believe in crystals or not. They're beautiful to have in the house. Hey, Yvette. And whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's still going to be, you're still activating energy in your home. So think about it like this. Even if you don't believe in crystals, have it in your home, because it will still bring in good vibrations into your home. It still brings in good vibrations. It will still bring in the healing. It will still amplify the energy of your home. When people come to my house, they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave my house. They find it so calming in my environment. They find it so, and they want to know what my secret is. And I'm like, my secret's out. It's all over the house. It's crystals. Hello. Crystals, flowers, plants. So crystals has brought me a lot of blessings and abundance and protection. So after I do the Vedic astrology, I want to tell you how crystals and the angels have protected my home. So when we're in the eclipse, it brings us into a new. And remember, guys, when you get your crystal, when you have your crystal, blow on it, because you want to make sure that when you have your crystals, that you are cleansing the energy of the last person who's touched it. Look at that. I would live in there. Look how pretty that is. I would totally live inside that. Yes, and you don't have to believe in them. They are going to bring the energy that they need to bring in with your intention. No, I didn't. Every crystal that I have in my house, it called to me. It called me. There is not one crystal in the house. My big crystals were given to me by loved ones from America. My clients from America would send me crystals. My bestie would buy me crystals. Look at my crystal wand given to me by my bestie who passed away. This is my crystal wand. This is selenite. This is my selenite wand. Don't believe everything that you hear, Mo. Crystals will speak to you. I have all crystals, not all of them, because there's like millions of them in the world, but I have a lot of crystals in my home. Don't you need to have a relationship with the crystals? Touch and hold, pray. I see the crystals that I love. I see a crystal that I need. I hold the crystal when I receive it. I blow on the crystal. Yes, it's a selenite. When I get my crystal, I blow on the crystal. I put my life force energy into it. And as I blow my life force into it, whoever touched it, the energy, I'm blowing the other person's energy who touched it last out of it. I also then set my intentions and I hold it in my left hand saying, all right, so I know that this is the crystal of love. So I set the intention to bring love and peace and prosperity into my life, into my body, into my soul, into my home. It's not, crystals will call you. There's no rules. Whoever tells you there's a rule, oh, you can't have a crystal unless someone's give it to you. You can't have tarot cards unless someone's, just a load of bullshit. It is only, if you believe it so, then so shall it be. You do not need to, we'll have a relationship with one of my girlies. I love her so much. She was my moderator when I first started on here. I did a reading for her connected to her loved ones on the other side. I told her she was a reader and a medium, and she was like, how the fuck did you know that? She sent me crystals, and I'm not talking about piddly little crystals from the USA. I'm talking about big crystals, i.e. this one of these. And then all the others, I have them in my bedroom as well. And she sent me all of these crystals from the USA. I blew on the crystal. I gave thanks to the crystal, set intentions. I'm telling you, amazing. And she told me that, but she was not as advanced as you. It's your world. Everybody else just lives in it. It's your eyes, it's your perspective, it's your perception, it's your belief system. Everybody else who's in your environment, it's your world. Everybody is just living in it. Everyone's invited into it if you wish them to be. Just because somebody says something, it doesn't mean it's fact. This is why I always say to you guys, don't listen to me. I tell you something, go over there and do your research. That's why I say this to you. Don't just take my word for it. Don't just take your friend's word for it. Go and do the research yourself. What feels true to you? Does what your friend who owns this metaphysical store, does that feel true to you? So you would now go into a shop going, oh, I don't know if I should have that crystal because I'm not sure if I have a relationship. I don't know. And how do you know if it's your crystal? So you'll go into the shop, you'll see a crystal that you're so drawn to, but you're not going to know if it's yours unless you buy it, purchase it, pray with it, and meditate with it. How would you know? How would you know if you don't buy it or purchase it? Does that make sense? That's what I said about tarot. That makes total sense. You need to feel it yourself. So when I'm not saying that your friend is wrong. That's her perception. That's who she is. That's what she believes it. That's what she believes. And that's fine. That's her world. That's her world. You just entered in her world. In her world, she makes it true. Whatever she says, it's true in her world. But it doesn't necessarily mean that what she's saying in her world is true to you in your world. Because your friend is stating, what did she say? That you need to have, what did you say earlier? What did you say? Give me 1 second. Don't you need to have a relationship with your crystals? Touch and hold it. If you don't purchase it from her shop, how are you going to know it's supposed to be yours? How are you going to have a relationship if you don't purchase it from her shop? She will never have anybody be able to purchase anything in her shop if she's saying, well, you can't buy that crystal because it might not be yours. You might not have a relationship. You'll never know. The only thing that you can do is if you are drawn to a crystal, the crystal will call you just like your home, and you hold it and you say, you are mine. Well, this is what I say to my tarot cards and my crystal. Welcome home. Welcome home. You are mine and I am yours. And this is what I need from you. I set my intentions and I do it in love and light. I blow on my crystal now. My energy's in it. The last person to touch it, the energy comes out of it. That's why blowing on the crystal gives it your life force, because you're blowing life into this crystal. It's your life force. She said you need to hold them and pray on them regularly. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with holding your crystals and praying with them regularly. When I bow, when I pray in my room, my crystals are praying with me. They're a part of my energy field. Every time I do my meditation and I do my prayers in this living room or in my bedroom where my crystals are intertwined in my energy. So when I do bow, and I don't need to hold it because this is my space, this is my home, my energy floods this living room. So my energies permeate, it's going all the way out into all of my crystals, and my crystals are hearing my prayers and my thoughts, and they know what I need and want. So I don't need to hold my crystals because this is my environment, it's my home, it's my sacred space. Does that make sense now? So get some crystals. Get some crystals. You have nothing to lose, so much more to gain. Have them in your wallet, have them in your bag, have them in your bra, tie them to your neck like I have. Can't remove any of these unless I cut the string. So I put my crystals out every full moon. Make sure you double check, because some energies on the full moon is really intense and you don't want to put that intensity into the crystals. I carry it in my pocket. It's always good to have it like on your skin. You always see me with my hematite, my lapis lazuli, and my shungai. They're always touching my skin. I want them to touch my skin. I sleep better. I dream well. I never have any nightmares. Do you know that? I never have nightmares. The last time I had a nightmare, when I saw the nun, I knew that was bypassing everything, because I needed to look at the demon in the face and go, what are you going to do about it? So I understood that astral projection and that astral travel to see that thing that I saw was something that I needed to experience, because I have to bypass any negative energy that comes into my frame, into my frequency. It's like, no, darling, the nun couldn't scare me. You ain't scaring me. It's that sort of energy. So I understand that sometimes I have to have these experiences, but ultimately in a normal day, I'd say for the whole year, those were the two things that and it wasn't even a dream. It was astral projection. It was an actual astral projection. I left my body and I saw those scary things, and I looked in his face and I was like, what are you going to do about it? And they just ran a mile. So I knew it wasn't a dream. It was like, but I have to say to you, aside from astral projection, I have not had a bad dream. When I have crystals in my room, I haven't had a bad dream. I always put lepidolite under my pillow, under my daughter's pillow, under my mum's pillow when she was alive, because lepidolite is really good for dream, like balancing out dream energy. So anyway, back to the Vedic astrology. So if the energy, if you are in a stagnant energy, this is what the eclipse will cause, because it's supposed to help you unlock something that you can't see. You have to purge out the old in order to receive the new energy or the new opportunities. So we don't stay stagnant. The stagnant energy is there. I don't have bad dreams either. Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, we're in a 16-day portal that would unlock like the intense transformation in we're in emotions, not only in our own personal lives, but also in the public. There's a great potential for releasing old patterns. This energy is about us stepping away from the old roles. Yeah, the old you. What do you think that you're still carrying with you, the old you that is still lingering in the new you? Because you have to have the death experience. And I don't mean getting into a car accident and having a near-death experience. I mean like a mental and spiritual death to be reborn. For me, it had to take an open heart surgery for me to have that awakening through my open heart surgery. And I can't wait for my 5th surgery, to be honest. I can't wait. Can a pregnant lady wear crystals as she's having swollen feet? She can do whatever she wants. There's no restrictions in spirituality. Whatever somebody else's beliefs, it doesn't need to be yours. A pregnant woman can wear whatever she wants, when she wants it, if she wants it. It's your belief system that creates the energy, if you believe it so shall it be, no matter what area it's in. So yes, a pregnant woman can wear crystals. If I'm not going to get pregnant anytime soon, I mean, God, I hope not. But it's like, who knows what the future holds? But I will be having crystals all up in the house, in my baby's cot, if that ever happens. So yes. So the last time we had the total solar eclipse in Cancerian was in August 11th, 1999. That's the last time we had a total solar eclipse in Cancer. And that was, again, October the 11th, 1999. Eclipses are important because they take us on a road. They take us on this road to where we're supposed to be going, which is a part of our soul contract. You gain access to new insight when there is a solar eclipse and when we're in between two eclipses. So the tension that's between family members, for example, unhealthy habits, for example, which is going to emerge at some point. Unhealthy habits, tension in the family, which may not have come to light yet, but is kind of festering. This is what the eclipses want to bring to the surface, so you can get it out of your energy. It is a very strong period in time when we're in between two eclipses. So this energy is very activating. On the 12th of August, which is the first eclipse in Vedic astrology, was actually considered to be one of the most significant events of the year. Because, again, the last time this happened was on the 11th of August, 1999. And it's so important because, again, it takes us on the road in which we are supposed to be on. We have the sun energy and the moon energy. So divine masculine and divine feminine conjunct means that they're together in Cancerian energy. So if we look at it energetically, the sun and Cancer, they are together, they love each other, they belong to each other. But then you've got the sun and the moon, which is divine feminine, divine masculine. Sun is fire energy. That's really intense energies during this time frame. We also got Mercury, which also mixed in with the sun, moon in Cancer energy. And this is called the, I'm going to say it wrong, Lassia. I think I'm saying it wrong. It's in that nakshatra, and this symbolizes the coil of the snake. So when we look at the snake, and there's a coil, like this energy represents the coil of the snake. When you look at the coil of what does snakes do? I know it slithers, but it peels off the old skin, right? The snake always has to peel off the old skin. That's what we need to do when we're in between eclipses. Peel off the old you so we can have that rebirth, right? We can have the rebirth. They call it the Kundalini energy. I had the Kundalini awakening. It was really intense. There's no mistaking it. It's like the coil going all the way up. It's like the coil that goes up all the way up, and it looks like a Cassidius one, but it's really intense. Hey Nomsa, it is a really intense energy. But when we have this coiled snake energy here with the eclipses, it is hidden wisdom, things that were on the surface that's going to come to light, mystical potential, deep intuition. People will be having breakthroughs and aha moments during this time frame of being in between the two eclipses, or things that are unknown, or things that were suppressed about yourself that you didn't know, talents that you didn't know, will all of a sudden come to the surface. You'll start to learn more about yourself. Things will start to make sense in the awakening. There are natural desires to do research, metaphysical, spiritual, etc. We also have Rahu, which is the north node. And in this energy, which brings in fated alignment and hidden fears, who was talking about fears, I was saying that I was going to have a go at Marsha because you're talking about fearful energy. This is why you have this fear. Because when we're in between these eclipses, it's supposed to bring to surface the fears that you have so you can get rid of it. Snake is my Chinese zodiac. Really resonates with this lately, a transformation. Mine is a breakdown of my world and families. Yes, there you go. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everyone can feel it. family deception. My third eye opens. My guides have shown me this is Yvette, 100%. All of these you're not on your own. We're all going through this. We are all going through this. So now you understand why you are feeling this way, why the family dynamic is weird, why you or your energy is off. It's because of these eclipses. I told you last week I was on a high and then I wanted to die. My mum's gone. My dad's gone. I was like all over the fucking place, like at the beginning of the week, telling my mate I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to. The next like 3 hours later, I'm like dancing and hopping around like nothing's gone wrong. And like I said earlier, it's all right to feel these feelings. I don't want to live in fear, then I need to pass it. Then so shall it be. Then so shall it be, love. Then so shall it be. Hidden fears, felt alignments, hidden fears which will come up, anxiety, change. We have to take these big challenges and little challenges. This energy is a zone of awakening, meaning that there's an energy that we're in right now, and it's between fire and water energy. We've got the fire and water energy, and when those two are together, if the water puts out the fire, it creates steam. When there is steam, when you're in a steam room, you can't really see anything, so it creates the unseen. So when you can't see everything clearly, and I want to talk about the fog that's on Earth after the Vedic astrology, when we have fog, we can't see past the fog. We don't know where we're going. When there is fog, we can't see the other side of the fog. So what do? You carry on and trust your gut, your intuition, and just go forward and in trust. You just trust it. Trust that your soul already knows the way forward. Trust that your soul has already signed up for these experiences. Trust that your soul is going to light the way for you. My grandmother was blind. That woman, when she got blind, she was able to see better than when she had her eyes. Did you know that? Will you believe that I felt the snake around my spine? Really? You're latching on, Miss Lotus, to something that you need to let go of. Fear, anxiety, unhappy energy. The universe and your angels and your guides and your loved ones are trying to shift your energy field. And you're what's the word? You're holding back. You're not surrendering. Let it go. Release the need for fear. Release the need of control. Release the energy. Just let it go. Because if you don't let it go, you're going to be struggling to be reborn. When you are reborn, you don't have the energy. It's not about you changing. You can change the way you think, but you have to change the way you feel and the way you look at your ankle. Have you ever looked at your ankle and go, sweetheart? Have you ever looked at your foot and go, talk to me? What's wrong? Close your eyes, meditate, focus on your ankle. Have you been doing your tapping like I told you? Focus on the problem that the ankle. Do the tapping on all the parts of that I showed you when I did the last live. Do that every day. I'm going to tell you what happened with my bestie. Every day, score yourself from 1 to 10 of pain. If you don't talk to your pain, you got to clean house. In order for you to clean house, you got to look at the pain. You got to bring it to the surface. You go, look, there you are, little fucker. What are you doing here? What's up? What are you teaching me? When you have a problem with your right foot, the right foot is future energy. So you are holding back. You're afraid to move forward alone without your Danny. But that is all in the mind. That's not true. We'll get back to the zodiac and then we'll go back onto this energy after. So when we see steam, we can't see anything, right? So you're still holding on to something. You would be mentally, physically, and spiritually healed. You will have no ankle problems. You're still holding on to something. You're still holding on to that bit of fear. You're still holding on to something. Because I got rid of my lower back pain in like 2 days, less than that. I got rid of it from the meditation. Do you meditate, Miss Lotus? Every time you meditate and you do 10 minutes, every day you add 5 more minutes onto it. Do you meditate, Miss Lotus? How often do you meditate? How long do you meditate for when you meditate? The only way to connect to your loved ones, your guides and your angels is by shutting out the monkey mind and the conversations that you keep having in your brain. The mind is running at 100 million miles an hour, thinking about all the scenarios, good and bad. How often would you say in a week that you meditate? Once a week for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, twice a week, 2 hours? How often do you meditate? The more you meditate, the more you heal from the inside out. So if you meditate for 20 minutes a day for 3 days, add on another 5 minutes. Add on another 5 minutes. You do 20 minutes, so 2 to 3 times. That's not a lot for me. I meditate all the time. Add on. I meditate when I go to bed. I meditate when there's nothing on TV. I meditate reading books. I meditate working out. I focus on something while I'm working out. I meditate if I'm riding on my bike or I go swimming. I meditate just sitting there in silence, just doing everything in my power to just keep myself calm and let it pass. This too shall pass. Something comes up, I let it pass me. It's okay to feel these feelings, let it go. That's what I do. Because the more you silence your ego, the more the universe and God and your loved ones and your angels and your guides will connect and communicate to you. It'll be so easy for them to get through to you. They could even say to you, do you know why your ankle is like that? Because you keep eating this food and it ain't good for you. Do you know why you're doing that? You know why your ankles is like that? It's because you keep on having this specific food, which is creating the swelling in your feet. Did you know that the reason why your right ankle is because in a past life, you broke your foot in a past life? And this is the time frame in which you broke your foot in 1875 when you were in the war and you couldn't run. So that is inflamed because your muscles and your bones and your DNA remember something from a past life that is activated in the same day, in the different year, years later, centuries later, is popped up again. Because this is something that you have not let go of. You're afraid to move forward. That is what that represents. So many reasons. So this energy is when we can't see things because of the fog with the water. It's important that you do, and fasting is really important as well. I definitely need to get a lot more time for meditate. You have to. No one is going to force you to. I can't put a gun to your head, people, and go, it's time to meditate now. You have got to do this yourself. You have free will. You meditate or don't meditate, up to you. You want to heal from the inside out. The quicker, the more you do it, the more powerful you're going to become. You open up your telepathy abilities. You're able to see other people's energy. You're able to see bubbles of what people are thinking and what's in their thought energy. So if it's purely vegan, it's a suppressed emotions, feelings trapped in the body in the past that's going into your ankle. We're going to talk about that later on. So there is karmic energy intertwined with the 2 eclipses that we have. Karmic energy. I meditate every now and then. If I miss a day or so, it nearly ruins me. Oh my God, I am the same, Gemma. It's true when I'm stressed. It's true when I'm stressed. I disconnect, I'm aligned, and I have visions. Mo. Oh, God. What did Gemma say? I meditate every night now. If I was to miss a day, it's nearly ruined. I'm the same. If I do not meditate, everything feels out of whack for me. Out of whack completely. You get into a routine, 100%. So we have karmic energy intertwined with the eclipses that's going on, all right? It intensifies it as well. So this is like, this configuration has the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Jupiter in Cancer. So the sun is power, government, control, energy, passion, fire, inspiration, the birthing. Then we got the moon, the psychic, the medium, the dream world, spirituality, connectedness. It's divine feminine because the sun is divine masculine. And then we have Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication and speaking and talking and, you know, thinking, computers, technology. This is what Mercury governs. And then we also have Jupiter. Jupiter is like the spiritual guru. So you all have like a spiritual, everyone who doesn't believe in spirituality and who thinks this is woo-woo or has a specific religious denomination, these are not going to help you anymore. You're going to have to go inside. Everybody's looking for answers outside of them. And I always say this to everyone who's following me. I'm going to give you insight as to all the things that I've studied throughout my life to become the medium and the psychic that I am, the tarot reader, the astrologer, the numerologist, doing the Pythagoras chart, looking at the planetary alignments, looking at witchcraft, looking at black magic, looking at Ouija boards, looking at negative energies, looking at demons and devils. I have learned enough in my life to be able to tell you, but I will also state this as well for everyone that I love who's been with me from the beginning. Don't just take my word for it. Go and do the research. Anna said this. Let me go and see if it's true. Go and find the research. Go and do it. Knowledge is power. Go and figure it out. I give you a piece of information. Go and find out if it's true. Wasn't your path, Miss Lotus. Wasn't your path. Simultaneously, I know we have, like I said earlier, we've got the sun and the moon. This is Mercury. This is Vedic astrology. We've got the sun, we've got the moon, we've got Mercury, Jupiter, and we've got all of, and Cancerian. Cancer is very emotional. Now, simultaneously, and put your seatbelts on. This energy is gonna create. There is like a cluster, a planet cluster, and in this cluster, this energy means that it will. There's things that will come to light. Like I said, the aha moment. Things are gonna shift and change. This is also a turning point in certain people's lives personally and then in the collective. It's about purification and looking at your emotions. Rahu, which I was talking about, the North Node, creates heavy illusion. So spiritual practices should be focused on grounding yourself, going out into Mother Nature. This is not a good time in the eclipses to manifest, because the energy is so intense. We're happy, we're sad, we want to jump off a cliff, we're okay. Then this is not a great time to manifest. Setting your intentions, getting a piece of paper and writing down the things that you do want to manifest after the eclipse. Then do it after the eclipse. So go and start manifesting in September. During this time frame, I'm not with the emotions, with my emotions, which is so up and down. There's no way in God's green earth I'm going to be manifesting shit with these emotions. Hell to the motherfucking no. I'm not going to sit there going, I hope I have many clients. I'm not going to be sitting there because I'm all over the place right now with this solar eclipse. There's no way in hell I'm going to manifest anything. And I've said this to you before, guys. Do not manifest. Do not wish or pray for something when your energy is all over the place. when you're up and down, you're happy and you're sad, you're angry and you're pissed off, and you want to punch your children in your face because they're pissing you off. You're looking at your partner and you just want to smack him up, or yeah. This is not the time to be manifesting jack shit, okay? Don't do it. Even if it's not an eclipse, do not manifest anything or try to pray or wish for anything during this time frame, because you're going to taint the prayer, the energy, and the manifestation with your emotional instability, which is what happened to me. So don't do it. Just don't do it. Wait until after the eclipses are fucked off. So go and do everything in September, okay, guys? Nothing but love. Hey, so focus on grounding. Do not manifest. Do not put your crystals out during this time. I ain't gonna do that. If the energy of these eclipses, because we're in between the two eclipses, are making me feel like I'm going mental, I told you, innit? For those of you just entered the room, like in the beginning of the week, I was like, I don't want to be here. I miss my mum and I want my dad. There's nothing to live for. My daughter's going, oh God, here we go again. My poor daughter's going, oh fuck, she's going for one of those fucking things again. I'm telling you right now. And then like 3 hours later, I was like, oh my God, that is so funny. Oh my God. It's like, fucking hell, just don't put your crystals out. If this is what it's going to do to your crystals, it's going to give it like high vibe and low vibe energy. Do not put your crystals out. Do not manifest or meditate. Do not manifest or wish or pray or, try to create some sort of magic that's trying to call in something, because your energy is off. Somebody else is going to affect your energy. Your siblings might be pissed off and they rub off on you and you're like, oh God, I just met her today and she's fucking pissing me off and she drained the living shit out of me. Don't do it then either. So again, don't put your crystals out and try not to manifest. Meditate during this time frame. It's fabulous. Meditate during this time frame. Amazing. Do that. Rahu's energy also distorts things, distorts intentions. So you want to do something, but you don't want to do it. You feel like you have to do something, but technically you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. This is a very good time with the eclipses to set fucking boundaries, people. If your children are driving you up the fucking wall, just be like, darling, you need to get the fuck away from me for a couple of hours and don't talk to me unless somebody's dying. Just set healthy boundaries during the eclipse, because I'm telling you now, you don't want to ripple out your bullshit energy onto somebody else. It's not right and it's not fair. It's very warm here in Singapore. So this Rahu energy also distorts intentions. Set quiet boundaries. So even if you're saying to yourself, I don't really want to be around my brother, and I don't really want to be around my kids, so I'm going to quietly set boundaries. And when they call me and go, Mum, can I come and see you today? No, darling, not today. I'm going out. I'll see you another day. And it's because I don't want you anywhere near me, because you're not going to fucking piss me off. But they don't need to know that. Just set quiet boundaries for yourself. This is a great time to meditate and to journal. This is a fucking amazing time until the 28th of August to protect your energy from everyone. If your 3-year-old is running rings around you, you take that child and give it to your mum, your dad, your brother, your sisters, your auntie, your uncle, and just be like, could you just take her for a couple of hours, please? Because it's driving me fucking absolutely bonkers. And just relax and chill out and just relax and go, I just need an hour, just 1 hour of sleep, and I'll come back for the child in just an hour. And here's like $50 just for an hour. Just please. I would do it for $50. So take some time, protect your energy. This is the really important time to protect your energy. If you know that there are people around you that are just going to piss you off, do not go anywhere near them. Protect your energy. This is not a time to start to be around anyone's energy that could potentially trigger you to a place where you want to slap somebody in the face, or you want to jump off a cliff, or get unhealthy reminders about what you did and didn't do and what you are like and what you're not like. We have no time for this shit. This is also not a good time to start something new. I want to activate a business idea in between the two eclipses. Hell to the motherfucking no. Do it after the eclipse is done. September. You can write down in a book all the things that you want to activate in September, all the new ideas that you want to give birth to in September, but do not do it in August. Do not do it. Because this is not a good energy to be doing jack. This is a good energy to rest, set quiet and healthy boundaries, to meditate, to journal, because everything is distorted at the minute. Yeah? And distorted energy makes you go mental. Avoid new beginnings during this time frame. This is not a great time to launch a new business. Wait till September to do this, like I said. Avoid major life changes if you can. Use this time to reframe. No big ticket projects. Eclipses are about transitioning. Okay. This is just not the new energy. This is not the energy to start something new. So I really advise on that. If you feel like you have to and you don't have a choice and you're launching something and you're already in the midst of doing it, that's fine, because you're already there. But ultimately, don't do anything at the moment during this time frame. Ask yourself as well during this eclipses, between the two eclipses, what new version of you do you want to exist on the other side of this eclipse? Have you ever asked yourself that question during like intense time periods, solar eclipses, full moon, new moon? And have you ever asked yourself, what new version of myself do I want to exist on the other side of this new moon, these solar eclipses? Have you ever asked yourself that? Because you kind of need to start asking yourself that question. And what would be possible as I told you, my niece wants to take care of my baby, and that's why I was stressed too. So, who do you want to be at the other end of this eclipse? And also ask yourself this: what would be possible if the attachment to familiar pain would not hold me back? What would I do or feel differently? Have you ever asked yourself that? So I'll say it again. What would be possible for me if the attachment to familiar pain would not hold me back? What would I do and feel differently? You can change who you are and the trajectory of your life in this very moment by deep soul searching and saying, this is what I want, this is who I want to be, this is what I want to gain, this is what I want to manifest. And then it's so simple. Just be. Just be. We make it so hard. I'm never going to get that money if I don't manifest, if I don't do all of these little tricks and trades, if I don't have this, if I don't burn the candle, if I don't have the green crystals. It's so easy. The crystals and the candles just amplify the energy, but ultimately you are the maker. You are the co-creator of everything that you want in your life. You're the one that's going to make it happen. Some people get handed it to them. Good for you. But a lot of us have to work really hard for the things that we want to gain in our lives. And I'm telling you right now, you can co-create anything you want in your life. If you believe it so, then so shall it be. I say this all the time. What uncomfortable truths am I resisting? What uncomfortable truths, guys, are you resisting? What are you suppressing? What are you saying? I'm not looking at that. I don't want to deal with that. I would say a couple of months ago, I was having a bit of a mental breakdown. You know, my mum passed away 9 months ago. And I just kept on I kept on having this vision of my mother when they were changing her nappy, and they said to, and she was awake at this point, but she was not in her body. So her eyes were open, but there was nothing there. It was like her soul was outside of her body, but her eyes were open and she was just blinking. They turned my mother's body to change her nappy and wipe her bum, and this was in the hospice. And I'm sitting opposite my mum as they turn her body towards me. My mother doesn't look at me. She's looking outside. She's looking into nothing. This is what my mother was doing. She was looking into nothing. And every time I have that vision, that moment of when I looked at my mother staring into nothing because I knew that her soul was outside of her body, I kept on till last week. I have to admit that last week, I kept on burying that image deeper into my psyche, into my soul, because I did not want to look at my mother's face. Her face is embedded into my memory, into my soul, is etched into my soul. And my guides, they knew what had to happen. They had to bring it to the surface. And they showed me from a higher perspective where my mum's soul was standing when I was looking at her when they were wiping her bum and changing her nappy, and they said she had a sore on her bum. All the whole year after my mum had a stroke, I was washing my mum's, giving her a bath, I was changing her nappy. Not one time did my mother ever have a sore. But with the hospice, because she was unconscious, she was in a coma at one point before she passed away. When they said she had a bed sore, I understood it. I slept there until she died for the whole week. And I saw how gracious they were, the girls taking care of my mum. But I had that image etched. I can see it right now of my mother's face, the pain, the anxiety, her energy and my energy intertwined with each other, and the sadness that I felt for her, and praying for her just to leave that body because I knew she was in excruciating pain. I tried to bury that so deep. Sorry. I only ever knew my mum to have that face. That's how I always saw my mum. So when I saw her with no emotions, and I tried so hard to bury that image so deep because it was scarring my soul. My guide said, you have to bring it out, get it out. So I had to sit in that scene, and I had to look at my mom, and they showed me where she was, spiritual, astral projected out of my body, and I saw that part. I know the feeling. I lost my mom when she was 57. She's so young. So I know I'm not on my own. I know that you guys are with me, and I know that you guys and my twin sister, the telepathy with Yvette, Mo, Fab. But I had to look at that scene. I had to see it. because I can't talk to you guys and tell you to do it, and then I can't do it because it's my pain. It's so easy to say to somebody, go back to the scene of the trauma and look at it, really look at it. You got to let it go, because when you let it go inside, you expel this energy. And that's what I had to do. Like last week, I had to look at that image that's so etched in my head. And then I heard my mom say, it's okay. And that's what I needed to do. I needed to hear my mother say to me, it's okay. And then my sister, she just like pissed me off. And I was like, I went to my sister's house and we were playing Mahjong. And then this is my sister. Oh, I had a dream about mum. And I go, oh. And she was like, yeah. And she was like, with her sister who passed away. There's 3 sisters. My mum's older sister died first, her younger sister died second, and my mum died last. So she outlived all of them, and she died at 80, my mum, 9 months ago. And my sister was like, mum was saying to me, don't forget your passport, we have to go on holiday. She told me that she was with her sister in her dreams, and they were both young, beautiful, having fun, and just living life. That's what my sister was telling me. And I got really angry about that, because I was like, where the fuck are you, mum? Why aren't you showing yourself to me? And that's when my guides showed me that scene in the hospice. It's hard to your mum, she'll connect to you through signs and symbols and the songs on the radios and emotions and feelings. She'll let me know that she's there. But I'm always have that block. There was that block. Because remember, I'm the one who took care of my mum, not my sister. I did. Look at her, and she reaches out, telepathy, to let me, because I didn't want to let her go. Yeah. Oh my God, my mum was with her 2 sisters too. Yeah. And then my sister was like, oh, hardy doody. Like, oh, I dreamt of mum the other day. She was telling me to get my passport. And I was like, piss off. Because I was like jealous. like, I need mum to come into my energy. I need my mum to come into, and it's like, my mum doesn't need to, because she was like, I'm there, I'm with you, I'm in you, I'm around you, you have my pictures, I'm in your energy, I'm already with you. Like, my sister always felt like, I was the favorite one. And it wasn't because I was the favorite one, it was because I was born with an ailment. I had an illness, and my siblings always felt that my parents had taken care of me, but I was gonna die. That's why they put that much attention on me. Your mum still had strength to hug you. My mum was like not there. So in the week that I put her in the hospice, she was there for the first few days. And then the last few days, she was in a coma. And the last image of my mum was when they were changing a nappy and she was looking into nothing. And that was the image that was etched into my soul. So this is why I was saying, that was an example of what happened to me last week. So what is an uncomfortable truth that you are trying to suppress or resist looking at? And that was one of my things. And once I let that go, and I heard my mom say, it's okay, I'm okay, it was like a release. It was like something snapped inside my energy. And it was like, I'm good now, I'm okay. The eclipse is going to put us into a new road. And I also wanted to say this. I'm trying to think of the happiest times. Try to think of happiest times with your mum. The laughter. It's so hard for me to find an image of my mum happy unless I go to a video of her singing on the karaoke, because my mum had such an amazing voice. It's so hard for me to find a moment of laughter with my mum, because you have to remember that for 1 year, up until she died, I was giving her a bath, I was changing her, I was taking care of her, I could see her deteriorating. So it's like 1 year, and up until to the point that she died, is etched of sadness and deteriorating. My mum, my best friend, my partner in crime. I didn't have a man. She was my partner. And it was just, I couldn't find one. And the only way that I could find one was by watching a video of her when she was singing on the karaoke. That's what I mean. Listen to my dreams even though mom came in and told me it's God's will. Look at that. I was not my mum's favourite daughter. I have 2 older and 2 younger, but my mum called for you. It was always you, Miss Lotus. It was never your opposite. It was always you. It speaks volumes when you die. You think that your mother or your father doesn't love you, but in the end of their life, they call for you. It was never your siblings. Maybe in life it might have felt that way, but in mum's death, it was always you. You were always the one that was going to release and let her go. You have a contract. You had that contract with her. So with the 2 eclipses that we have, in between the 2 eclipses, on the 17th, which is already past, we had the sun transiting into Leo, and this energy on the 17th creates like intense pressure on leadership, on the government. My sister screamed out if I can't see. I can't see. Oh God, it's just, that's what happened with my bestie Shivy. Oh God. She was like, I'm scared, I can't die, I don't want to go, I'm scared, I don't know where I'm going to go. When she died, she ended up on a beach. I saw the beach that she was on, and Sherman went to go and hug her. She saw Sherman, her dog, and Sherman ran to her. That's what they showed me after. So intense pressure, leadership on governments, institutions, the Sun and Ketu conjunct, combined with Saturn aspect, political figures, major authorities, public structures, or people. Everything is like people who are in power. Something is going, the rulers, something around government. There's going to be some exposure around that during this time frame. The power of Ketu, which is the South Node, represents karma. It means karma. It represents detachment and separating itself. It's a karmic correction during this time frame as well around the governments and people who are in power. So in the middle of these 2 eclipses, Saturn demands accountability, exposure, weaknesses that have been long ignored. And this energy can also be considered to reshift certain energies, reshift alliances. Hey, Gina. Also, there's going to be a sudden shift of hidden issues that will come to the surface. Authority figures also could face difficult decisions during this time frame. And then, yeah, this is good news. Yeah, on the 22nd as well on the 22nd of August, Mercury, the fastest moving planet, which is of communication, which is direct now, is going to transit also into Leo. So there's a lot of Leo energy, which is fire, the go-getter. Communication during this time can also be could be more authoritative. So even if your own personal life, there might be people in your energy that might be trying to make you do something, or make you feel like you have to do a certain type of thing, or act a certain type of way, or make you feel like you have to do it this way. They don't have to be like mothers or fathers. They could be kids or colleagues or co-workers that are trying to insist that you do it this way. So it's like the communication during this time frame is going to be more authoritative, no matter who it is. Fire, it brings in fire. It's a very dramatic energy. So we're going to see a lot of drama play out during this time frame. Also on the 28th of August, which is the next full moon, because we're in between the two full moons, this full moon, we have a partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius. This powerful eclipse is going to emphasize the theme of healing. Healing, Marsha and Miss Lotus. This partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius, this is a powerful eclipse because it emphasizes on the theme of healing, and it's associated as well with the royal fixed star. This royal fixed star, I think I'm going to say it wrong, is called thought. I don't even think I'm saying it right. And this is designed, this is like the watcher of the south. It is linked to Archangel Gabriel, and he's always announcing and communicating with us, Archangel Gabriel, during this time frame. This is this energy is the maker of profound potential, bridging the gap, success in spiritual vision, everything that you do with spirituality, awakening, philosophical healing. This energy will also deal with that, with the forefathers, so your ancestors, forefathers of the past. So between now and the 28th of November, we're going to be having like guidance from our forefathers, people who are in our ancestral line, in our DNA, people from that are linked to us from our ancestors. You'll also be looking at what needs to be healed during this time frame. So, for example, with Miss Lotus, your feet, your ankles, and then with Marsha, your heart, with the heart thing. So this is about physical healing, emotional healing. It's about cleansing, and this energy will also help cleanse karmic energy. How about that? Karmic themes. We've come to Earth. We come to Earth with karma, karmic themes, and it will happen over and over again until you understand the full lesson. So this is what the eclipses bring in. This is what the energy between two eclipses bring in. So I wanted to talk about the fog. So there is a fog that is currently, it's not currently, it's been here forever, personally speaking, on the physical dimension. In the physical world that we're living in, there's like this fog. Now, I'll give you an example. There'll be two people, yeah? So there's a fog that blinds everybody from their true potentiality, from their higher selves. Then you get two people. The person that's in the fog is ill, thinks of the worst case scenario, playing the victim, always feeling sad, talking about past problems and past mistakes. And then they're in that fog and they can't see past the fog. Then you got another person standing next to them. They're a little bit above the fog. So they rise above this fog of what we call reality to some degree, plugged into the Matrix, like in the Matrix movie. And when they rise above the fog, they're able to see those people who are raised vibrations, who are in communication with their angels and their guides and their loved ones. They are able to see past the fog and able to see those who's walking on earth with their eyes closed. Remember that your challenges holds the secret and the key to what you're supposed to be doing here in the physical world. You knew that, right? You knew that, right? You know that your challenges is going to hold the key and the secret to what you're supposed to be doing here on earth. You knew this, right? So when you subtract negative energy, you make room for more positive energy. If you have people in your life that are making you feel angry, upset, or triggers you, that's why they have the block button. You have a block button. If there is anybody that doesn't feed your soul in a good way, block and delete those people out of your life. It's all right to do that. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a blocker and deleter. I block and delete. That's what I do. Because if I feel like somebody's coming into my energy and all they do is take from me and I get nothing in return, not that I need anything in return, but I feel like your energy depletes my soul. I understand that you are a vampire. I understand that you come in, take my energy, and you go off all revitalized. I'm now left with your energy field. So I've learned to block out family members, friends that don't need to be in my energy field because they drain my soul. I've learned to use that block button. And remember, even if they are negative and they're really bad and they're toxic people, accept them for who they are, where they're at, and just pray for them. Just pray for them. Accept them for where they're at, because they're just not on the same frequency as you. You remember, they're in the fog. You've rised above the fog. And there are going to be people that are going to be cruel and mean and horrible. And it's all right. Let them be. Just leave them to their own devices. They love them for where they're at in their soul evolution. And you can take a step back, and you don't need to be in their energy, because energy is it ripples out onto you. Now, this is what I was saying about the body when I was talking to Marsha and Miss Lotus. Fear, which is what Marsha said. Marsha has a heart condition, hypertrophic how do you say it, Marsha? Cardiomyopathy, and has a defibrillator in her body. Okay, and she talked about how her blood is out of range. It's just you. It's just you receive information and you take it as Bible. You receive information from your doctors because you're ill. You now look outside of yourself. You get the answers from the doctors. And because he's wearing a stethoscope and a white shirt and a white jacket, and he's done all the studies and the lessons, and he knows what he's talking about, you take it as Bible. You take it as in, he has the power. The doctor said I have this. It means I must have this. And it means that it's going to get worse. And you give and relinquish your power to that person. Take a step back for a second. I've seen people with cancer that was diagnosed with cancer that will go, no, I ain't. And they get rid of their cancer through deep meditation. I've seen people who's got congenital heart disease, like me. Yeah? Like me. I was born with it. I was born this way, Lady Gaga. I was born this way. I was born with a congenital heart defect, a congenital heart disease. I was born with a hole in my heart. They told my mum and my dad to enjoy me because I was going to die at the age of 10. I wouldn't make it past 10. They told me that I was going to have all of these operations, and I'm so fucking glad that I did, because being in the Royal Brompton Hospital for me is a fucking holiday. So all you have to remember is thoughts create your reality. And if your thought, without the doctor saying, ooh, your blood is out of range, your blood test is out of range, and you it looks like your heart is just working overtime. So you already feel this way. He's just added on to the energy. You just amplifying it. You just amplified it by going, yep, that's the case. I was thinking that way, and now he's just announced it out loud. You just amplified it, and you've just relinquished your power to somebody else who's also connected to God, just like you are. Your body is already a chemist. Your body is already the doctor. Your body already knows what it's supposed to do. Meditate. Get out of the way. Let your body do the healing. If you can't walk because your feet are swollen, put your feet up. Put your feet up. Talk to the problem. I always talk to my problems when I have lower back pains. Hi, lower back problem. Are you all right? What's going on there? Why are you there? And then my lower back goes, 'cause bitch, you ain't grounded yourself. You need to get down on the ground. You need to sit on wood. You need to sit on the grass. You need to sit on dirt and mud. And you need to meditate on that energy. Or when you meditate, put all your plants surrounding you in a circle so you've got earth energy. The reason why your lower hips hurt you and your lower back hurts you is because that's a part of your bum. Your bum needs to be on the ground. You need to root yourself to Mother Earth and be around greenery. Make sense? Oh my God, I've got a wave of emotions. I feel like I'm so emotional. I feel like I'm drowning in my emotions. What am I supposed to do? Go for a swim. Go to a lake. Go by the ocean. Go to the river. If emotions are running amok, go to the sea. Expel it in the energy. Expel it into the sea. The sea will carry your emotions all away from you. That's what the sea will do. So go by the ocean. Go by a lake. Go by a river. Go for a swim. Swim your emotions into alignment. Do that, because emotions represents water. All you have to do is get out of the way. Rise above the fog. And everyone is saying, yeah, and it's so easier said than done. Start off with your 10-minute meditation every day and add 5 minutes on every day. It will still your mind. And before you know it, when you go and have the test, Marsha, they're going to be like, what did you do, Marsha? Your blood test is perfect. Your heart looks, I don't know what's going on with your heart, but it looks like we might be able to get rid of the defibrillator. And Miss Lotus, what did you do with your feet? Like, you're releasing something. Your body in pain, your body out of alignment, and your body out of whack is just talking to you. Your body is communicating with you. You just need to get out of the way. How does your blood sugar get out of range? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me, Marsha. Lifestyle, diet. No idea, because I actually feel fine. I'm confused what my heart is playing. Maybe your heart is expanding. Maybe your heart is just expanding in the love energy. Expand your heart into the love frequency. That will get rid of any blood problems. It's your lifestyle. It could be the medications that you're taking. It could be inflammation that's happened in the body, stagnant energy. These are the things that could create this issue. So these are all fixable. We made the problem so we can fix it. Healthier diet, working out, drinking more water, doing holistic healing, not just taking and popping the pills, not just going to the doctor and going, oh yeah, the doctor said this, that, and the other, so that means it is, so shall it be. I don't think so. Getting the bloodstone. That's what I'm doing. I'm telling my family I feel fine, so I don't know what the result. I don't know what the results are high. I do need to work out though, seriously. I bet you once you start working out, you're going to start to align everything. Healthy diets, eating more salads, eating kiwi. There's something about kiwi, guys. If you're not allergic to kiwi, you need to eat it, because there's something about apples and kiwis which has some sort of healing properties in it. Hence why they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But my guides were talking about kiwis, and I was like, all of these vegetables, all of these fruits, my God. Heart of gold, yeah. My genetic testing came back negative, so it's my lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just eating an apple. Juicing, yes. Remember, when we are born, we have everything that we need in the body as a child. As we get older, we lose things like insulin. So, like, we produce natural insulin in our body. This is something that I had to learn when my mother was alive. So, in your body, you naturally produce insulin. If you do not have enough insulin, they start giving you insulin. My mum I have to inject my mum her insulin. I used to do the injections for my mum. So I'd give her medication. I would rub her stomach, stick the needle in her stomach to give her insulin. I had the fucking... it was a roller coaster of fuckery when I was giving my mum the last days of her life before she was in hospice. I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have any sleep. I looked like a walking corpse because I had no sleep, because her Libre kept on going off. So it's like, beep, 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 beep. She needs sugar. She needs sugar. She's going to go to hyperglycemia. So I'm up like a fucking lightning, up in the kitchen, getting her sugar water, making her toast. Beep, 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 beep. Blood sugar too high. Blood sugar too high. What am I supposed to do? Do I inject her with more insulin? I was going mad. I was going mad. And my mum would lie there crying for me because she can see that there's no one else helping her, helping me look after my mother. And my mother can see I have a heart condition. My baby girl is so tired. She's like, Nining, this means baby girl in Filipino, Nining, you're so tired, don't worry, it's okay. And I was like, no, Mum, I don't want you to die here. I'm not going to have it. This is not going to happen. If I have to get up 5 times in the night to give you your injection or to give you sugar water, I'm going to do that, Mum. I don't care. I'm going to do it. But I was like a corpse bride. I was like a corpse walking. The alarm, the Libre, every minute. Just when I think I'm about to sleep, all of a sudden the Libre goes off, and it's like I was going mad. I was going mad. I have had physical surgeries, man. I've had physical surgeries. I know what it's like to have an open wound. You saw my picture. You saw my flesh and my insides and my little bits in there. I've had tattoos, 8 of them, piercings, pain. I felt physical pain, the birthing of my daughter. But the worst pain is exhaustion. There is no fucking comparison to the pain of exhaustion and no sleep. I take 20 tattoos any day. Open heart surgery, slice me open 20, done having like mental exhaustion. I wouldn't change a thing though, because I learned a lot in those hard experiences. This is why I always say to everybody, we do not learn from bunny rabbit experiences. We learn from some serious fucking challenges in our lives. And as sad as it was that I had to witness my mother, even my father with his cancer, go through all of this, I am so truly humbled. I am so truly grateful for what I have been through, the pain that I have been through, because my pain has made me powerful. No sleep was punishment back in the days. I would do it all again. Me too. Yvette, I would do it all over again. I would do it all over again. I am so grateful for the violence. Drug world, gun world, knife world, physical violence, the death of my parents, the death of my children, having mental breakdowns, dying when I was 31, out-of-body experiences, connecting to God and Buddha and, Jesus and Krishna and all of these ascended masters, my archangels, my God. I'm so grateful for it. I want to go quickly because I wouldn't be who I am today. I want to talk about the Ouija board. So we have had a couple of questions from my clients, so I want to talk about it. God, as I know, I bought a typewriter about 4 years ago. It's a vintage typewriter. And when I was flicking through Amazon and I saw this typewriter, Etsy. No, not Etsy. Was it Etsy? It was Etsy. Was it Etsy? eBay. It was eBay. And I thought to myself, and there was a bidding war for this typewriter. And my guides showed me that typewriter and me going, and I'm like, yeah, but we have a computer. And they're like, no, you're going to use the typewriter to write your book. I'm not good at spelling because I spent half of my life in hospital. My GCSEs, I think I passed drama and art. Obviously, drama and art. That's what I passed. I got A's with that. Science, history, geography, F, maths. I think I was Z. One of my scores, maths, but it was Z for maths because it was just like, no. But it's so funny because I did numerology. I'm doing numerology now, which is weird. But when clients have asked me about Ouija boards, and they said, why is it those people that did a Ouija board have bad experiences? Where are their guardian angels? And this is what I say. This is what they told me. When God assigned the guardian angel to your soul through all of your lifetimes. So your guardian angel is a soul, a spirit that has never walked on earth, ever. They've never touched. The only archangel that I know that has touched the earth in physical form, and then became an archangel is Archangel Metatron. He was human and became an archangel. What about, can you imagine? So he's the only archangel that I know of. I'm sure there might be maybe more, but he's the only archangel that I know of that was human and then became an archangel. He's above my house. Michael is at the front. Gabriel is at the back. Raphael is at the back, and Gabriel does like a security guard doing rounds around my house. So my house is protected from the ground up by my archangels. So what I got from my guides and my guardian angel was, God has assigned a guardian angel. You know that my guardian angel is Astro, has assigned a guardian angel to every soul walking on earth. No matter what religious denomination you follow, we all have a guardian angel assigned to us from the moment that we were even created. Let's say you had 1,000 lives on earth. That same guardian angel has been with you for the 1,000 lives that you have lived until this present moment. This guardian angel is here to protect you, to watch over you, to guide you on the path that you're supposed to be on if you're straying away from your path, but we're always on the right path. Remember, we just take detours, but they're always there to intervene if you give them permission. Now, think about me. I want to go and do the Ouija board, and I'm open to the Ouija board. Even though my Astro is standing behind me going, my free will is going, I'm going to do it. Your guardian angel has to respect your free will. So you push back your guardian angel, open up the Ouija board and start calling all of these demonic and different energies into your field. Your guardian angel is over there in the back going, you're choosing to do this, knowing that this is not good. I'm here with you, but now you're going to experience something and you're going to have to go through all of this to get back to me. They have to respect our boundaries. They have to respect our free will choices. You, with your free will choices, pushes out your guardian angel to a distance, but you will have to go through that experience with the Ouija board or possession or whatever. But your guardian angel will not allow anything to happen to you unless you give it permission. So the fact that I'm going, listen, I know you're there, love ya, you need to step back because I'm going to do the Ouija board because I think it's fun. He has to respect what I want because it's my free will, I'm choosing. So he has to take a step back because my free will bypasses his protection. Does that make sense? I bought one back from Florida once. I never used it, but it was in my room. I would look at it in wonder. That version of me now wouldn't panic. I just personally wouldn't do it. I personally wouldn't do it. When my daughter was of age, 8, I already coached my daughter. If you go to college or you go to university and you see some idiot playing with a Ouija board, get out of there. As soon as they start opening the box or they go, get out of there. Get as far as you can. Call Angelica, which is her guardian angel. Shield me, protect me, watch over me. Nothing can follow me. Call your guardian angel. Leave the energy sooner rather than later. This is what I said. I taught my daughter this from 8 years old. Not even her tampering with the Ouija board, but if somebody else is tampering with the Ouija board. Because if you don't know what you're doing, it's a tool. It's not my tool. It's not something I would do. But remember, it's your guardian angel who's assigned to you has to respect your free will choices. This is why God said to the angels, you cannot intervene with their experience unless they ask you for it, unless they ask you to intervene and help. It used to make me feel ill. I wouldn't do it. I'm not interested. But I know I wouldn't be stupid. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't touch it. I don't want it in my house. A psychic circle, no problems at all. But we do. And always remember that whatever it is that you're doing, it's you. It's you. Your intentions, the way you feel. I just wouldn't do anything if I'm angry or sad or feel bad or depressed. I just wouldn't do it because those energies are in my field. My late brother his friends played with the board and the curtain caught fire and they were teenagers. Don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Don't touch a Ouija board. My baby girl knows. My baby girl knows. It's intentions, it's important, it's you, it's your energy. How do you feel that day? My girl knows. Don't touch a Ouija board. Each to their own, but don't touch a Ouija board because it will follow you into whatever space you're in. Not in my space, not in this house. Hell to the motherfucking no. My grandmother had one, and when I was a kid, she told me to never play with it because she had experiences with it. Bad ones, I'm sure. They did, one of my friends back in the day when I was in school, I was a teenager, she said that she did a Ouija board in a bathroom. That stuck with me, I never touched it. She said to me, this was when I was a teenager, she goes, Anna, have you ever heard of the Ouija board? I said, yeah, I don't like it. I already knew from back then. Even though I've never touched it, I've never looked at it, was never interested in it, and they're selling it as board games. It's fucking weird. So she was like, have you ever done a Ouija board? And I already could sense that there was an entity attached to her, but I didn't want to scare her or say anything. I was already bubbled and protected anyway. I remember I had my first open heart surgery when I was 3 weeks old, so I already knew. So when she was talking to me about her experience with the Ouija board, she said, I was sitting in the bathroom, I had a friend with me, and we did the Ouija board. So we started asking names, we started questions and all this stuff. She said, the candle blew out, but isn't everything a portal? Yes, so are we. Everything, every person, we are portals. Yeah, we are portals. So this is what my friend was saying. We did the Ouija board. The candle went out. The window slammed open. Gush of wind blew in. We looked at the mirror and the mirror turned green. And there was like a smoke in the mirror. It wasn't coming out of the mirror. This is after the Ouija board. It wasn't coming out of the mirror, but when we looked into the mirror, it was like there was smoke. And then an apparition appeared in the mirror, and it was Mary, but it wasn't Mary, because Mary looked evil, and then she had blood coming out of her eyes. And she said that scared the shit out of me, but that energy followed her around for years because she didn't know how to get rid of it. Sometimes people have to have those experiences because it's supposed to get you back to God's source. Remember, negative energy come into your space because you need to connect back to the God source. Because when shit hits the fan and you go into this negative energy, who's the first people that we call? The priest, God, Jesus, Archangel Michael, right? Fear cultivates fear. My experience, Gemma, with tarot from the get-go has always been amazing. If you don't use it right and you don't have the right intentions and you're an angry, sad, miserable soul, it will work the opposite from how it works for me. On my mother's ashes, I will never teach tarot if I felt in any sort of way it could bring harm to you. I will teach you the abundance that it could bring. You have to be an enlightened soul. You have to be in love frequency. Any tool that you use could either work with you or against you. Now, some people do use the Ouija board to connect, but you have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing. It's just not my tool. My tool is tarot. That's my only tool. That is my tool. My daughter was like, I see a lot of people with that, Mum. What? My moon. What do I do with this? You know what I do with this? I get charcoal. I burn the charcoal and I burn lavender, rose petals, and I go around the house cleansing my home with love and light, sweetgrass, Palo Santo. That's what I do with my little cauldron. I put a hot coal in here and I put lavender. It cleanses the energy. It cleanses. I burn rose petals. My house smells of roses. Anything from Mother Earth to cleanse the energy of the house, it will purify it. And I have my moon, and then I've got my moon over there. I am keeping my mum's ashes. Yeah, I just need to buy her a better house. This is what they put her in. So my mum's ashes are still in here. My mum. Some people will spread the ashes, but I want my mum here with me. I gave a bit of my mum's ashes. I bought an urn for my daughter, a little urn. I put some of my mum's ashes in the urn. My daughter takes it to her house. So my mum is with all of us. I do. I will never. When I die, I said to my daughter, when I die, I want you to cremate me. Can you mix my ashes with your grandma's? And you can turn me into a ring or a piece of jewellery, a necklace maybe. And then you can scatter me and your grandmother in the ocean in the Philippines. But other than that, I'm good. I love that. I don't want to get rid of her. She's my God. She's my security guard. There was one day, I know I told you this before I go, There was one time when me and my mum and my daughter, we left the house and we went to Lakeside and we spent a whole day out. What happened was, when I got into my car and my daughter and my mum was the last one out of the house, they didn't close the bloody door properly. So when we got home at 8 o'clock in the night, I kid you not, guys, my front door was wide open. Wide open. Oh, it's okay. I couldn't keep my daughter's ashes. It's okay. My cousin couldn't keep her husband's ashes either. She had to spread his ashes as well. She couldn't keep it in the house. I want my mum in my house. My children knows to combine their ashes together when I die. That's what I'm talking about. My dad was buried at sea. I want to be buried at sea. Throw me in the ocean with the fishes, guys. I'm a mermaid anyway. So my door, so when we left, and I should have checked because I'm the security guard, I'm a trained security guard, but I didn't think that my mother and my daughter would leave the door half open. So all day, we leave at like 11 o'clock in the morning, the sun is shining. Imagine the sun is shining, the front door is open. And I've got an Apple Mac computer, I've got all of these computer and gadgets, I've got my massive screen TV. Look at the size of this TV, it's like 60 inches or whatever. It's big for me anyway, it's fucking huge if you're in my living room. Takes up the whole wall. I've got my mum had jewellery, I had expensive like bags in my cupboard, and I swear to you, on my mother's ashes, when we got home at 8 p.m. and the door was wide open, not one thing was missing. Nothing was taken. You know when you can just feel if the energy shifts in your house? Nobody was in the house. I stood there, I was taking a breath, and I was like, no one saw the door open. That's what my guides relayed to me. It's like everyone that walked past the door, this is what they showed me. They saw a closed door. So the prayer that I say, Archangel, do you remember when I said pointing is like a wand? So this is what I do every morning and every night. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, front garden, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. This is what I do with my hands every night before I go to bed and every morning when I wake up. Put a force field of protection around my family, my house and my home, my front garden, my back garden, around my vehicle. So shall it be, and so it is. Amen. In Jesus' name, amen. They put a force field around my house that everyone that walks past my front door is invisible to them. And FYI, people have broken into houses on this street. People broke into my car before I started doing this prayer, this white light prayer. Somebody broke into my car like 4 or 5 times. And then I started doing my white light prayer, and then no one's even touched my car. Now they're breaking into all of my neighbors' cars. They're taking away the symbol like of a Nissan or a Mercedes. They're taking that symbol away. Not, my car is untouched. It's like they can't even see my car. It's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. And there's so much crime on this street. I remember when I was telling you guys that my neighbor was like, did you see those 2 men running up and down the street and the police was chasing them? Did you know that when the window was open, one of the guys that the police was chasing just came into somebody's living room while they were sitting there, and the living room window was open? I was like, what the fuck? I never had those issues in this house, ever. It was crazy. But that's what I do. Remember I said don't point, because pointing is like casting. I pointed. I was like, Metatron, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and I was like doing all of this with my hands. Put a force field of protection around my home, and I visualized it, I saw it, I sensed it, I felt it, and then it amplified. So when I do that, it's like my house is divinely cared for, protected. Nothing can penetrate this energy. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. And I looked at my mum looked at me, and my daughter looked at me, and we stood in the living room, closed the door, and it was like, my God, those prayers are really real. It's real. And I was like, yeah, that's why I do it. Did you know if you have a symbol of Archangel Michael in your house, you invite Michael into your house? Did you know that if you have statues of fairies or angels in your house, you invite angels into your house? I have Buddhas up there. I've got my Buddha over there. Can you see my Buddha over there? I've got my Buddha just here. I invite the energy into my house. So when you put up, I've got Jesus. Where is he? Up there. Can you see him up there? He's just there. I invite these energies into my home. So I put pictures of them. I've got Mary in my house, Mother Mary. I put all of these energies into my home because I invite all of these. If you have, like, say, for example, you know, Saint Anthony. Saint Anthony is lost things. I say, Anthony, I can't find my keys. If you put a symbol of Saint Anthony in your home, you'll call upon him. He'll help you find your car keys. Padre Pio. He's the one who had the holes in his hands, the stigma in his hands. You call on Padre Pio. He pulled out phlegm from my throat when I was really ill. I couldn't believe it. I never knew about him. And then one day he came into my dreams and he smiled at me and I was like, you're all right, but in real life, I was not well. And he came up to me and he pulled out this slime from my throat that was clogging my chest. And then I woke up and I was like, and then I went to the toilet and I was like, all this slime, it was like all the phlegm that was trapped in my chest, Padre Pio pulled it out of me. It was wonderful. And I was like, oh my God, I feel amazing. So whatever you love, whatever saint, archangel, bring them into your home. Have a statue of them in your home. It brings, you're inviting those loving energies into your home. So that's why I love having the cross. I've got this, don't know if any of you seen it. They've given it to us in the church. And this is like Mother Mary. This was attached to my mum's finger when she passed away, when they cremated her. This was attached to my mum's finger. The lady in the funeral home, she put it around my mum's finger. So gently she did that. And she was cremated with Mother Mary. And it just so happened that on the day of my mum's cremation was something about Mother Mary. There was a day that Mother Mary showed up. And when my sister-in-law goes, did you know that on mum's day of cremation, Mother Mary showed up at da-da-da on this day? And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. You're joking. And she was like, no. And then I was like, I don't believe you. You know me. I'm a researcher. I've got to go and do my investigation. I go online and I'm like, oh my God, this was the day that Mother Mary showed. What are the chances that Mother Mary was burnt with my mum's ashes? What are the chances of that? What were the chances of Mother Mary showing up at my mum's cremation, being burnt with my mum, that medallion being burnt with my mum? And it just happened to be an announcement when Mother Mary showed up on that day. I invite all of these energies into my house. So I've got this thing from Lourdes. Can you see that what is her name? Bernadette. Lourdes. I went to Lourdes. Amazing place. Our Lady of Lourdes, pray for us. This is what this represents. I have anything associated to love energy. Has anyone ever been to Lourdes? It's beautiful. The energy is palpable. My God, it's amazing. I remember when I've been to Lourdes about 4 times. The first time I went, I was 12 years old with my mum. She made a promise to God that if my daughter survives her operation, I promise I'll take her to Lourdes and go and see Mother Mary. So I went when I was 12. When I went when I was 12 years old, they have like a healing bath. When I went into the healing bath, I must have told you this story. I submerged into the water, and I kid you not, guys, when I came out of this water, I got my towel and my whole body was dry. I was submerged in water. My hair was in the water. It's like a baptism. I went into the water with my hair. I came out of the water and I got my towel to dry myself, and there was nothing to dry. Now, I thought that was odd, but when I was getting changed and my mum was next, My mum comes in and she goes, "Are you dry?" And I went, "Yeah." She goes, "So am I." She goes, "I've got nothing to dry. My hair is dry. What is going on?" I was like, we clearly needed that. That healing water just went right into us. And then I survived my open heart surgery for the 4th time. So I always go back to Lourdes, always go and see Mother Mary, always go and visit the church, always light the candles. Oh, I love it in Lourdes. I actually want to go back there with my sister-in-law. If you guys haven't been to Lourdes, France, you're going to see that statue, and there's a story about that statue. They faced her in front of the gate. She wanted to face the church. She's a massive statue. When they opened up the church the next day, they were like, "Why is the statue facing the church?" We faced it to the gate so people can see Mother Mary. So they had to get all the tractors out, lift up this heavy stone statue of Mary, turn the statue again back to the gate. They wake up the next day, the statue is facing back to the church. This is the story that they told us when we went to France. It was so good. We did the tour. It was so good. And then we went to Bernadette's home, because they do a tour of where Bernadette was staying, where she saw Mother Mary in the grotto. And we visited the grotto. I don't know how to explain it. There is an energy frequency in the grotto. I can't explain it. You just have to go there yourself. It's so... And there is like a few bridges in Lourdes where the church is, where this church is. There's a few bridges where the church is. And there was one time when I was walking across the bridge and I can hear the flow of water. I wonder if I can show it to you. There was a mist. So I stopped. How weird. I just Googled it. It says it's the best in September. I swear you mentioned September. I did. I said don't do anything until in August. Do everything in September. So I'm going to see if I can find it. When I was in the middle of this bridge and I was all alone in this bridge and I looked across the water and I saw another bridge, there was a mist and I could see all of these beautiful spirits from ancient times walking across the bridge, and I felt so emotional. And they looked at me and they were smiling at me. And believe it or not, I could see fairies. I told you 2 days ago, I was sitting in my living room and I saw sparkles. It was the size of my fingernail, and I saw a sparkle flying right like this, and I could see little legs in my living room. It came through my window and I could see this sparkle, and it was flying and it just went boom like that. It was slow at first and then it sped, and I was like, that's my Tinkerbell. I was like, that's Tinkerbell. That was my Tinkerbell. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You have to go to France. If you haven't been to France, guys, I really do recommend you going there. It is amazing. You feel something when you're there. There's a healing. There's a healing energy over there. Go to France. Go to Lourdes. It's beautiful. And you can get yourself some of the water. So the water which they drank from, and you can drink the water, and they say that the water there is healing. I drank that water like there was no tomorrow. I drank that water like there was no tomorrow, man. And the thing is, the water is coming out of the mountain. And I was like, so they have like these, they have this beautiful mountain, and in the mountain there is all of these taps that are coming out of the mountain, and that is so you can fill up your flask. And what you do is you can bring it home with you. So it's healing waters. You can drink it. I'm just trying to find. Please let me find it. All right. Let's see if I can click the script. All right. So. Wow. How beautiful. Look at that view. Oh my God. Look at that. I'm here. We was here. Right, hold on. She did not want to face the gate. She wanted to face the church. Let's see if there's any. Right, I want to show you the bridge. So this is where I am. See the bridge? The procession is going on over there. Donna is somewhere over there. Look how many people, thousands of people. Filling up their bottles with healing water. There's taps coming out of the wall so you can take your holy water. Look, that's the bridge I was standing on. There's another bridge. I saw spirits. Oh God, guys, you have to go. All right, hold on. No, let me see. There's another one. Let me just show you the here. Look. That's your house. Saint Bernadette's house is there. Because I think we had a tour here. We had a tour here. Yes, I saw spirits. Me and Mum had a tour here. Saint Bernadette, when she saw Mother Mary, was living down there. Saint Bernadette. This is where Saint Bernadette was sleeping. Imagine Saint Bernadette was sleeping there. And then when she left that place, she went to the grotto, and that's where she saw Mother Mary. Here's the street. Hold on. It's so... You have to go, guys. You got to go. No, I was 12. It's just another world. It's beautiful. It's so peaceful. We're on our way to the grotto now. It's just, oh God, I don't know how. If there's one place that you got to visit in the world, I have to say that you got to go to France. It's a stunning spiritual experience. It's beautiful. Oh, here's the grotto. Look. Let me show you the grotto before I go. That is where she appeared. So they put the statue. Everybody lines up here just to go and touch. There's like touch the stone, touch the wall. She appears to Bernadette, and Bernadette's down there. They like, oh my God, it's so good. It is so good. It's so good. So this is my sister and my, yeah, so you have to, it's beautiful. So we are, okay, hold on. We're standing at the bus stop waiting for our bus. But right now, this is what we can see. Wow. It's really hot here, guys. It's baking. Look at that mountain. Are you joking? We don't have that here in the UK. Look at all those mountains. We don't have mountains like that unless we come out of where I am. We're never going to have mountains like that. So I appreciate mountains, hilltops, lakes, rivers, oceans, because we don't have that here. We don't have that here in the UK. So if there's one place I would highly recommend that you go before you die, go to France, go to Lourdes. It's beautiful. It's so I don't know how to explain it, guys. But anyway, you gotta go and feel it for yourself. So I saw spirit on the bridge. On the bridge. I saw the spirits on the bridge. So when I was standing in the middle of that bridge that I showed you, and everything slowed down for me, and I saw all of because of the water rushing, you saw the water was rushing, right? It created like drips of water to come up in the atmosphere. And as I'm standing there and everything seemed to slow down on the side of me, I could see spirits across the bridge. And it was like they were just going about their business like they were alive. It was like, and some would smile at me and they would know I'm from a different dimension, a different time. They would smile and wave at me. And I swear I could see little orbs of white light. And I was just like, oh my God, it was just so spiritual. It's so spiritual. I want to go to Fatima. Has anyone ever heard of is it Fatima? Mother Mary showed up there as well. I want to go to Fatima. But that's one day in my life. I'll go there one day. I want to go to Fatima. But yeah. So I will post this live on my YouTube. I hope I gave you some more information today. Ouija boards, the Vedic astrology, talked a little bit about everything, healing, how to heal, to get out of your own way, add more meditation time onto your meditation. Don't just take word for it because the doctor said so. No, you are the one in power. This is your world. Everybody else is coming in or coming out of it. It's your world. Everyone else is just living in it. Remember that. Remember that. I'm going to be back tonight on TikTok at 7 p.m. I'm going to do open tarot. And then I'm going to do SuperFan tarot on Saturday. I'll let you know what time I'm going live. I will be going live on here at 7 p.m. UK time. And then I'll be on TikTok for about 2 hours. And then I'll go straight to Instagram. So I'll see you on Instagram only for an hour. And then on Saturday, which is tomorrow, I'll be doing SuperFan tarot only. I've got a couple of clients that I've got to take care of. But then I'll come and I'll cater to you guys tomorrow. Just tarot tomorrow. So I love and appreciate you guys. You know I do. I always say, listen, you've heard everything that I said. What you need to do now is go and investigate. Remember, I always say, you can hear what I'm saying, but go and do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. I say that all the time. Say that all the time. So I love you guys. I will post this up at some point. I think I posted up the other day's live. I've got one more live to post up, and then this one, which will be later on. So I'll see you later on at 7 p.m. if you guys are looking for a reading. Just be patient with me, guys. I'll probably definitely get to all of you definitely on Saturday. I love you. God bless you. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.